Yeah. Yeah. The North Woods is identical to Alabama, except it's cold and there's silver birch trees up there. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, I heard everybody talk. Anthony was there, Taylor was there, Tracy's there, Jackal was there, Pernene's there, and JJ was there. So I started the broadcast. We started on cousin banging, but it's fine. We're good. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
Alabama.
Well, like, no one likes Wisconsin either. Fuck their cheese.
There we go. We have music finally.
Jackal for president. I want a man who speaks this mind. That just needs to be your platform. Just, I hate their cheese.
I'm just like, fuck their cheese. We don't need that shit.
Alright, let's do this thing. We are officially live. Okay, and I'm gonna...
We're sorry. I'm not. You can be sorry all you want. I'm not sorry. That was
Our
funny.
pre-session is comedy gold.
Is that what we're calling this now?
And we're officially sorry.
No, that's what we're calling it. Comedy gold before the session.
Group C, Group Comedy Gold. There we go. Group CG. Anyways, welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group C Through the Heart, Episode 8. We are getting close to your guys' campaign climax. Which is going to be the Juicy. Anyways, we have a full party tonight, minus Bradley. I will be controlling Icium. And we have a character from the last set of campaigns guest starring tonight. Carter. Oh God, I forgot his last name.
Carter, what's his name?
Banecaller. Okay, yep, yeah.
Anyways, said it out loud. He still couldn't figure it out.
No,
Carter
you
said
Banecaller.
You said Banecaller, and then I thought that was Tracy in the background shouting Bangkok, and I was like, no. But then I thought, oh, BC Banecaller. But yeah. Anyways, we're getting started tonight. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales.
We're off to a good start.
We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. It is a role-playing game. Everything you are going to see tonight is live storytelling, and nothing is set in stone. And anything can happen.
Where in the script is that?
Where's the script at?
I misplaced my script.
Okay.
Can you send it back to me?
My script is this much damage. If you guys see the webcam on people. No. We're playing in the land of Ilderon, and our campaign tonight is actually in my second favorite setting in the world. And that is a country by the name of Ililnagai. It is a religious nation. And more specifically, we are going to be in the city of Dockensdale. It is a coastal city within this religious nation. Ililnagai is being pressed on... Well, if you watch the channel, you know what's happening in Ililnagai. These other guys might not know what's happening in Ililnagai, so we'll let them experience it as it happens. So, recap for last session, and then we will get started. So since it's only been 2 weeks, and I want to start doing this for our recap so I know how much time I need to spend on them and how in-depth I want to get. Let's go around in a circle. How many deaths
you want? What?
How in-depth I want to get. Let's go around in a circle, and we'll start with the oldest Group C member to the newest Group C member. And everybody give 2 sentences of what you remember about the last campaign. Basically, where you're at and what your character wants to do. Or what happened and what your character wants to do from where you're at. Alright, so the oldest member is going to be Taylor Lumbergrax, sticking it out from the start of Group C. Go ahead and hit us with what happened and what your character wants to do from there.
See, what happened was... is that...
Things happen.
I ran for most of the session to get to the tower and I ran out of the tower with Bradley's character.
I see him.
And
what's the goal for Lumbergrax?
A goal for Lumbergrax is to
atoning for the murder of
is to not die.
Okay. Don't forget about Bay Ilderon.
She's number one Bay.
All right, so the
that hates everybody.
The next longest member of Group C is actually going to be Tracy, with Altus.
Boy.
Did you watch last session?
I died.
Okay.
And was dead. Then I came back to life, but I was unconscious. So I'm gonna wake up this session, and I want my damn book back.
Okay. All right, and then moving on from there, the next member, it's going to be. Gosh, this is we're gonna go with Pranene because all three of you guys joined on the same session.
Woo!
All right, tell us about Netra.
She's a water ganassi who was just minding her own business, swimming around, and got pulled into hellhole. And then now she's out 13. Like we're back in the real world, but like it's like 16 years later.
Yes.
Just no idea what's going on. Like there's gonna be a cluster. It's gonna be like just a huge mindfuck.
Yes. All right. Dusty. What happened to him? And what's he want to do?
Well, Dusty was almost killed and kidnapped. Was saved by the group. Has achieved his goal of escaping the city after 17 years ish.
16.
16.
Literally just said it.
Same as me, buddy.
Hey, he's like on 1 HP right now. Give him a break.
No breaks. Over time.
Yeah, 1 HP. Actually, didn't I receive heal? I
give you healing.
Yeah, no, it's like
okay.
I have.
I don't know what you're at. I don't know what your sheet. All right, and so what's he want to do?
Go out and nick something.
Nice. And Celebris, what happened last session, and what's he want to do this session?
Me and Icium fought the wizard in the basement, saved Pranene and Aloharan. Wizard ran. As we were leaving, the others were being carried in by the crazy monk lady. Fought her, got Dusty out of there. Icium grabbed a chunk of Altus and teleported away with Grax. We went to the scholars. I traded the necklace I got on the Aramir for the Black Candle of Invocation. We got home with everybody. And the last thing I remember is Galcina looking up at the moon going, "What the hell is that?"
Oh, that's right. She hasn't. Oh my god.
All right. So, I will recap last session. Everybody's got a pretty good idea of what happened, so I won't be too extensive. So, if you watched last session, Group C made a harrowing escape from Calcrest. The session started off with the half of the party that snuck into the Overlord's Tower. They snuck in and fought Cinefin. Cinefin was stunned nearly to death by the barbarian. Cinefin had a invisible magical construct that was animating objects and casting spells for him that the party couldn't see or deal with. However, due to the help of Icium, basically suggesting, or not suggesting, putting a Gias on him that he couldn't do anything to defend against the party, or he would take a metric butt ton of psychic damage. And so Cinefin stopped fighting, went invisible, and basically stalked the party as they were trying to leave. As they were basically trying to leave the Overlord's tower. As they were leaving, Fangguard Feicho came from her successful hunt. She hunted down half of the party, and Lumbergrax got away. She had the corpse of Altus and the unconscious body of Dusty to add to the newly and growing prisons. Before the party engaged her in combat, rescued their two companions, and barely got away. And I want you guys to know how barely you guys got away. Icium had 1 round to make a check to Dimension Door out of there. And in order for he needed to not get stunned, he had a 75% chance of failing the save against the stun. And there was another NPC there that had Counterspell who had a 60% chance to counter his Dimension Door, trying to Dimension Door out. And Bradley asked if he could spend his last lucky die the turn before he was going to get stunned, and then ultimately just barely decided not to do it and do Cutting Words instead. He should have died. But talk about lucky. Anyways, the party from there ran to the Rotwood, found out that Galcina had went to visit Dravier's shop after she had ran into Celebris, informed Ilderon and the other members, the other NPCs you guys had brought with you, that the party was basically dead. Ilderon asked her to ask Galcina to bring her to the party. Galcina refused and instead took them to a safe place. There, the party ran into them as they were trying to find go back into the scholars' headquarters underneath the base, or their scholars' conclave. And the only person that was missing was Lethe. Lethe went back to try and find Netra, as Netra healed her sight, and Lethe did not feel right leaving her behind. The party went down below. They bargained for Lydia to be released with them and traded off Celebris's necklace. And the scholars traded the candle to the party, the Black Candle of Invocation, which cast a reverse gate spell to basically any person or location, I'm pretty sure just person, that the party wanted to travel to that isn't warded from extraplanar protect or travel. And then the party sent a message through the scholars to Galcina to bring Lethe to the scholars' conclave. And all together, the party used the Black Candle of Invocation and teleported to the Eye of the Magtiff Guild Hall. And while that was happening, before they teleported, they reincarnated Altus, and Altus is a dwarf now. That was a lot. So we are picking up on the night of the 13th of Hunt. Well, you guys don't know what time it is. It is nighttime in Ilderon. You are in a storeroom to the north of you. There is a winding staircase leading up a tower. Those of you who know this area, you know that this
got a map.
Yeah. You know that this guild hall used to be called the River Post, the River Trading Post. I forgot its exact name. It is a combination of a tower overlooking the river and a storehouse for goods being shipped in down the river. Most of the party, Altus and not most of the party. Altus and Icium know they have rooms in the upper tower. What is down here on the first floor is this large storeroom with barrels of stuff in it. There is a candle, or actually there'd be a torch lit by the door, and you guys can see the streets of Dockensdale at night. And even at this time late in the night, there are people walking around the front windows of the guild hall. And the last thing that was said, Galcina ran to the window, pressed her face against it and pointed at the moon and said, "What is that? It's so bright!" And Celebris responded with, "That's not even the brightest thing here. Welcome to the real world." So we are going to pick up right from there. Altus is unconscious on the floor. The whole party, 10 of you, 11 of you, are all inside of this storeroom. Galcina is looking out of the window, and everybody else is placed around here. And then moving from there, she is going to look back at you, and like with this just big smile like growing on her face, and then you guys are going to hear this growling from the corner. There is, just easily looking at it, there is a bear about twice the size of a person. It is monstrous in...
oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. It is monstrous in size and appearance. There is purple mist puffing off of its skin. It is going to start rising and moving towards Galcina. Icium is going to know that this is Lily, and he's going to say, Lily! He's... God, does he have... he does have rations. He's going to take out rations and start throwing. It's like, no, she's not food! She's not food! And he's going to make a handle animal attack at her.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab food.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally going to take out my Warhammer and just, like, bash her.
Yeah.
Like, I was just ready to get into another combat section and just be like, oh, God.
Alright, he's gonna make a handle animal check. I will give him advantage on it because he has met Lily before. Lily, he's going to pelt Lily with half of his rations, throwing 14 at her. Just, you know, throwing them back to where she was laying. Lily's going to look at them, look at Icium, sniff them, take a mouthful, look at Galcina, and move back to her corner and lie back down. Galcina is going to point and say, "What is that?"
It's a bear. It's... How do I even explain this? Like, I would know how to, because, like, there weren't any pets or anything in this legend.
No, it was basically there might have been rodents, but that would have been about it. Rats and gosh, what's the other thing? What's the other thing? Parasites, lice, roaches, things like that. Things that can make a living in. Say it again.
I was just gonna be like, is that a large roach? That's a cat.
I'm just gonna ask, like, so where are we? Like, does anybody know? Anybody in the group know? Because it would have been a long time. Because I would still know the city, right? I would still know.
Yeah, you know, Dockensdale is a city. I doubt. Well,
I don't think I've ever been there, but like I know of it.
So, Icium's gonna. Well, actually, Ilderon's gonna like stand up and look around, and she's gonna say, "We're here. We're back home. It's Dockensdale. Oh, I smell the ocean in the air."
Oh my God, water, real water.
At any moment, if Carter is like sleeping, he's gonna hear all these people just screaming downstairs. Like one person's chanting water, Lily was growling, you heard the voice of somebody you thought was dead, probably a girl shouting. Would Carter come downstairs at this point?
With his axe.
Alright, so walking down from that tower, does he have a lantern lit or anything?
No, he has dark vision. That's nah.
Okay. Yeah, so for everybody with dark vision, you're going to see this short dwarf, much like the Death Knight that you saw, and much like Altus now, stepping down. And where did I put Carter? Groupless. And
He's groupless.
yeah, there we go. Carter, Banecaller. This old-looking dwarf is going to step into this room, axe in hand, and Carter is going to see a little Harin, a girl. No, he's never met this girl. A girl he's never met, a boy he's never met, another girl he's never met, an old man he's never met, a dwarf that's unconscious that he's never met, an Ardorian he's probably seen before. And then a blue person.
Me.
And then Lumagrax is there. And then I already said a little Harin.
I didn't say anything, but Dusty would have hidden when he heard noise.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Can you do it? I'm still away from my computer.
Okay, I've gotcha.
Remember, I do have reliable
Yeah.
talent, so can't be lower than 10, which would be a 22.
All right. Yeah, it is going to be a 22. All right. So what is going on with my? Okay, whatever. Whoa, what is this?
Does
What?
anyone else hear like a loud ringing noise?
I know Anthony's mic's giving a little bit of feedback ever so often, but that's about it.
Yeah, I don't hear
I think
anything.
you're just having a stroke, man.
Yeah. All right. So Dusty is hidden.
Tinnitus.
Me.
Dusty's hiding.
Does Carter want to say anything?
So, just looking like, I got rid of half this problem earlier, and then there's a bunch of people I don't fucking know in my storehouse.
Isium is going to walk towards you with arms wide open.
Dusty's
for
also
help,
going to start looting.
and he is going to say, Carter! Guildmaster! Everybody, this is our Guildmaster. He's going to put the axe away. We got gas.
Also, like I said, I'm looking for shiny things.
You're not gonna find any back
Yeah,
here.
You're not going to find anything.
So how did we end up in this place where you magically know these people? I'm gonna say that with like my warhammer in hand, like still in battle state.
The candle we got from the scholars basically allowed us to teleport to somewhere that we knew.
I don't suppose there's any alchemic things I could take, like black powder?
Hmm.
And you chose a storehouse.
This storehouse is literally got nothing but water and like basic rations in it.
You guys can keep role
And a
playing.
bear.
I'm pulling up the
And a bear.
inventory of the storehouse right now, and I'll send it to you.
I believe.
So I was gonna say like you.
Dusty's gonna do what Dusty did best.
I believe the armory is separate from the storehouse here.
So I'm
I'm
gonna
looking
just
for
say like
weapons,
you chose
I'm
a
looking-
storehouse of all things. You chose a storehouse.
Well, apparently this is their guild hall.
This is just part of the guild hall. You're in the storehouse of the guild hall.
I guess I see Carter at this time, correct?
Yes, you do. Everybody sees everybody.
Celebus is going to step forward and hold a hand out to Carter. It's been a while, old friend.
Shake his head like, yeah, haven't seen you since that shit happened down in Ardor.
A lot more has happened since then.
I don't want to hear about it.
And a lot has since happened since I've last been here. So, have any major... So I think we need a debrief session. And I'll put my Warhammer.
I need a briefing on who half the people here is. Is that a fucking little Lysina? A little hard? What?
It's been an adventure, Carter.
Yeah.
What day is it?
Like, half of y'all are presumed dead. I want y'all to know this.
Well, I
That's why
am.
I'm kind of taken back right now.
If it helps any, I technically am dead, I guess.
I doubt that
Technically,
helps.
all of you are dead, but
That is something I haven't tested out yet.
I
Yeah,
have died
yeah.
once.
oh hey, great suspecting.
my favorite dwarf and bear. Good to see you guys.
Fucking Lily, useless fucking bear, just lets anybody in the storehouse as long as they got food.
Lily,
Brandon.
yeah, who is like hoarding a pile of rations right now and is like munching through them, is gonna like look up and go, "Argh!"
Don't you talk back.
I give Lily a hug.
Where's the actual... I'm having trouble finding, like, the actual inventory.
At the very bottom, the armor package.
You want to like send me that again? Because I don't
It's
have
in
that anymore.
group C, and
Oh, I
then
see
I
it.
put it in. Yeah.
Brandon, can I do Divine Sense? Because I actually haven't tried this yet.
On yourself or on everybody here?
Well, I would be included in it, but it's kind of just like a radar.
What would be in the collection of comfortable necessities?
560 gold worth of soap, cups, just your candles, things you need for like writing, inkwells, parchment.
I'm stealing a couple inkwells, couple candles.
All right, I'm going to roll you a percentage die on what you are able to get. You can add 70 gold worth of items off of 150 that are not over 25 gold in value.
All right. Where's just my backpack full of stolen shit?
Yeah, 25 gold is going to be your limit.
Oh, just 25 gold worth?
No, 76 gold of items. Not a single one can be worth more than 25 gold. So no alchemist fire, no spyglass, no magnifying glass, no poison, and I think those are the only ones over 25 gold.
Alright, I'm just gonna put my inventory at 65 or 76G of miscellaneous.
All right. So everybody else, what was the last thing said?
I was using Divine Sense.
Oh, Divine Sense. Yes. Everybody.
I'm really happy no one's mentioned that I exist.
Oh, it's coming. Don't worry.
Everybody
still
here
unconscious.
is going to come up as. Everybody here is going to come up as nothing that pings on your Divine Sense, except for yourself. You ping as Celestial. A harmonious ringing just kind of hums around you.
Well, that's new. Hey, Netra. Netra, you there?
He might have muted his mic or have audio issues again. Netra might be like spacing out, looking around this storehouse. But everybody else is here.
Well,
Anyways,
The exception of one.
we should probably introduce everyone here, huh?
yeah, cause like I'm teetering on if I have to hit somebody or not right now. Cause I mean, a bunch of people I don't know just kind of like poofed into the storehouse.
Well, Carter, let me ask you. Do you remember back when we were still traveling together with Pax? Me and her were just ciphering those notes we stole from Draylin? Draylin Madison?
Yeah, I remember.
And you remember how the notes mentioned something about Calcrest?
That's that.
The city
That's
Makana's
that city
from.
that went to the water, right?
Yeah, the city Makana's from.
Yeah, fucking crazy woman.
What if I
Who
told
hit
you
lots of
that...
truck.
Yeah. What if I told you that... What day is it, by the way?
It's like the 14th of Hunter, probably going on the 15th, depending on. I don't know what time it is.
What day did I die, Brandon?
You died on the 34th of Priestess.
Wait, was I right with that? Was it the 14th of Hunter?
No, you were not. It is.
Oh, son of a bitch!
It is the 13th of Hunter going into the 14th of Hunter.
That was close.
What if I told you, Carter, we just spent the last 20 some odd days in Kelcrust?
I would say you need to get off the drugs.
Funny you should mention that.
Well, I died in Ardor about 20 days ago. I was killed when Renolta and Galsong got into a pissing contest, and she ripped open the sky and dropped fleets of undead battleships on the city.
Yeah, I know nothing about that.
Lil Haran's gonna laugh and say, Killsong! Killsong! And
Aloharan,
she's gonna
for
say,
real?
I've been through crazier things. Now I'm just wondering if my mind's broken.
Aloha, we literally were just in a city. We were just literally in a city that was supposed to be destroyed 15 years ago. 16 years ago. Would you...
She raises her hands and says, I'm not questioning it.
Fair enough. Anyways, after that, I was on the Aramir, but I realized that is. It's the boat that Anderson wants to ride when he dies. You know how we were. You know how the worshippers of the Forgotten Song are.
Nah, not at all. I don't really deal with religion.
Basically, the afterlife. I got transported to Calcrest, which is in a demi-plane between our plane and theirs, in the afterworld. Long story short, we've been fighting, running, and heisting. While there, we met our friend here, Netra, and where the fuck is the midget?
What do you mean what?
Drax points to Carter.
Not that one.
I'm not a midget, Grax. Glad your sense of humor didn't leave.
Dusty, where are you?
In a storehouse.
You hear from the shadows in a storehouse.
You can hit that one later if you want.
I hear the little one.
Dusty, I think it's time to come out so we can learn about what's changed.
Speaking of changes, Celebris points to the unconscious dwarf on the ground. You had a friend named Altus?
I'd hardly call him a friend, but
I'm gonna
member of this guild, yes.
I'm gonna try healing him with lay on hands.
That's him on the ground right there.
Okay. You're going to...
no, that's a dwarf.
You're going to place a hand on Altus. Altus looks like he's in pristine condition, other than the cloak thrown over him, and, you know, being, like, partially naked. He's breathing, his body's completely healed, and, like, you just try and channel a little bit of, like, divine energy into him, and Altus's eyes are going to spark awake. Altus wakes up, and he is in, this dark storeroom surrounded by people. There's moonlight coming in, and you hear the voice of Carter.
Dusty's going to peek over a crate and just go, "Sup, shorty? How you feeling?"
I was dead. It was bad. It was awful. Carter? I'm still in hell.
We're in the
hell has
actual,
come to me.
No,
we're in the actual world.
We're alive, dude. I found some great stuff. Not here.
We're not in Waterworld anymore?
Can I insight what he just said?
I wasn't going to call it Waterworld, but yeah.
Yeah.
We're in a world that has actual water that we can actually swim in now.
Definitely still in hell.
Can I insight what he just said?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a deception check for Dusty.
Alright. That is also one of my better skills. Where's my skill list? Let's see here. Deception. That is high. So.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time doing that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you believe no, not here. I just found some great stuff, back where we just came from, magic land.
Dusty?
I'm just gonna roll my eyes.
It sounds like he's still on the drugs.
Not surprising. They think him and Altus made some kind of drug bomb.
No, we definitely didn't do that.
Oh yeah, we did.
I think Dusty's just hyper to have something to actually loot that's not regurgitated trash.
I'm gonna stand up and just full splendor, hands to hips and just go. Why is Celebris taller? What's going on? What did you do to me?
Why is there a naked dwarf in my storehouse?
Why are you calling me a dwarf?
Because he was killed and Icium resurrected him.
So you got rid of a problem and you brought back a problem.
Yes.
Wait, so I'm not me anymore?
You are
One second, I
you.
think I have a shard of glass somewhere. And I'm rummaging around my bag of shit I've stolen.
I'm gonna look down and notice something different. That would be different between a large man and a tiny dwarf.
So, Tracy, this information I'm typing to you, do you want me just to tell it to everybody?
Oh, you're completely fine.
Alright, so you are going to notice your junk is significantly smaller. I rolled a percentage die to what it was compared to your last set of junk. 4%.
Oh god!
I have micro dwarf penis.
It's called a chode.
That is information that we did not need to know.
All
but
this
no.
is gonna just kind of curl up and start crying.
Celebris is gonna throw the cloak back over him.
How do you deal with this, Carter, on a daily basis? I didn't know your life was so hard.
Celebris is gonna look over at Carter.
Apparently, that's the only thing that's heard.
Yep. It's y'all.
You can hit him too.
I am either having a bad dream, or I'm drunk, or I'm not drunk enough.
Carter, I haven't had anything to drink in at least 20 days. And I've been stuck with them in a perpetual hell.
Hey!
Are there any bars open, for the love of God?
You didn't get killed, it wasn't hell for you.
I do not want to go outside to a bar or anywhere public until I know exactly what the situation is. So please, can we cut?
Look like shit, and from the way y'all smell, you smell like shit too.
I smell like the netherworld, thank you.
Yeah, shit.
No, that's accurate. I spent 16 years in a sewer.
Yeah, it's your cloak.
I'm not.
Metro,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, unfortunately to say, I'm not from here. I don't know the goings on really in this area.
Okay,
I can
but
inform
like,
everybody of that.
How
you are
about
not the only
we
one
do-
here, and surely this one, Carter, who was not with us, can tell us what's been going on.
How about
It's
this?
really
Y'all
old
look
enough to remember
smell
when-
like shit. How about I got extra beds? Fucking go take a nap.
Is my
I'll
room
fill
still
y'all
here,
in.
Carter?
Unfortunately, and so is the fucking burn stain of puke you left on the floor.
Ah, good times.
I'm just
Good
gonna
times.
direct, like, put my hand on Carter and be like, how good is your memory of the last 16 years of events?
It's touching me, Solivers.
You should really talk to Teely about that. Don't go to Carter for
Like I said,
Oh,
Netra,
speaking of which, you
I will
guys see
have all
light
of you.
coming from the top of the staircase, the spiraling staircase. Presumably somebody is stepping toward down here.
Netra, I know you want information.
Dusty ducks behind the crates again and hides.
Okay.
I know you want information. Why don't we go in the morning to the library if this city has one,
So
and we can get all the information we can find in the last 16 years.
That's 22. That's below
If
10.
Dawkinsdale is anywhere near as good as it was when I was
You know if there's an option to automatically have
around,
that?
it should have a good life. So I acquiesce.
I can get y'all filled in tomorrow morning. It's late. I'd like to go back to sleep.
Do you have room for us?
They're not drugs?
Celebris is going to turn to Lydia and Aloharan real quick. Speaking of me not being from here, since the whole situation of our countries being at civil war right now, can we keep the factor of me being from Arder Sarai and a knight from there kind of on the down low?
Aloharan is
Wait,
gonna
Lydia's
look.
back there?
Yeah, Lydia is there. That's the other person I forgot to mention. You wouldn't recognize her as she is covered in grime and dirt, and she is dressed in rags compared to what you normally see her in. Yeah, Aloharan is going to laugh and say, "You're Ardorian. You're dead. At least by all claims from you." And she's just going to start like walking up the.
She didn't
stairs.
She should have. I said one of the first things I said was that.
No. Like you said, can you keep me being Ardorian under wraps? And she's just like, that's the least of your concerns. You're dead. You're in.
Petty civil war is going on. I'm sure we can deal with that in the morning too.
Yeah. Y'all look and smell like shit. I have extra beds.
How
You just hear
many?
from the shadows like, I ain't dealing with no civil war. Ain't my country.
I'm gonna
Everyone
ask.
needs to get out of my storehouse.
I'm gonna ask Carter if he has any like pool or anything, or would that be too much to hope for?
You will never see me leave or come again.
I guess I'll hold off till morning. Fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's a. Is there a bath in this place? I don't know if there's a bath.
Yeah, there'd be a bath. You guys have a whole dining and residential area inside of the trading post.
I need clothes.
Well, on the plus side,
Hey,
you could
Altus, you
probably
wanna go
fit
raid
in
the kitchen?
Carter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, at least now you fit Carter's clothes.
Yeah.
If you like his style.
Carter is.
You think you can
like,
help out
he's
the
got
good
a
old
pair-
buddy pal?
All Carter's wearing is a pair of shorts.
Carter, can I have your shorts?
No, you can't.
I guess a cloak only it is. This is
We'll
the
buy
new
you clothes
Altus.
tomorrow, Altus.
Stepping
No,
down
Altus
and
doesn't
witnessing
need clothes.
this conversation, you guys are going to see Lysina at the top of the stairs. She is holding a lantern in hand, and she's going to say, Carter, is every... look at everybody in this storehouse, person to person to person to person.
I am standing in full splendor, by the way.
Is this
Dusty.
another of your
I will
guild?
save her. Dusty will throw a ball bearing and aim for the lamp.
Okay, roll me a attack roll at the lamp, and she's going to say, I see him. And then look towards Carter. Oh, and Ilderon, who's walking towards the stairs, and say, I see him. Ilderon, we thought Cardron had killed you guys.
God damn it. Not rolling well today.
Dusty,
I hit her leg or something.
this,
It's like I throw a ball bearing aiming
Yeah.
for the
Dusty, this
from
isn't
the shadows.
This isn't Isildrad. You can't do shit like that here.
You still
There
can't.
are laws here, but we can totally break them later.
No.
It's gonna take a long time to untrain both of us
Yeah,
from
I
what we
understand.
learned there.
I'm just trying to give you a heads up. Stuff like that.
You can allegedly break.
Well, no, remember that Dusty's in the shadows. I re-hid.
Well, seeing a flying ball bearing kind of gives away your position.
Lysina is
I
going
don't know.
to look
Roll for it.
towards Carter and say, should I begin the paperwork on reinstating them?
Whoa. Hold off. We'll do all that tomorrow. Just
Let's at least
go
get
to
the
bed.
let's at least get the kids to bed.
Go to sleep.
gonna ask
There's a
if-
bath in the common area.
I'm gonna ask
Walk up there.
if she means reinstating from the dead or reinstating to that guild.
She looks at you and says, both. All titles, funds, and anything you had in the Ruby Alliance storages, or any banks in Lil Nagai have gone to the Sky Queen.
Wait, banks?
Dusty, you can think about it tomorrow.
And Lysina is going to gesture with her lamp and say, come, I'll show you, each of you to a, I'll show each of you to an open room.
I just push her out of the way and say, I know where I'm going.
Alright.
Do you have enough rooms for like 11 people?
I have enough beds for 11 people, the 11 of you, and
I can sleep in a.
You know what? I can bunk with Altus. Hey, Altus, I still
No,
have
like,
leftovers from our experiments.
I have enough rooms for each of you to have your own bed.
Yeah, there are 25 beds.
Fine.
There are 25 beds here. 20 people can sleep comfortably. 35 people can sleep
Yeah,
not comfortably.
This place is massive, but you wouldn't know it because our guild is tiny.
Yeah, you guys have this tower overlooks this whole section of town.
It's like 3 different buildings smushed into one.
Yeah. Oh wait, here's the description of it. A warehouse, River Post Hall. A warehouse turned into a popular meeting location, sits along the river of Servant Way. Sporting a single stone tower, the building was once occupied by an artisans guild. The guild was found to be housing Terrais in their defensible hall, and the Risen, under order of Supreme Light Solemn, seized the property, and then from there, Carter purchased it.
Is this it right here, Brandon?
Hold on, let me close it.
Where on the map is it?
No. It's not. You guys are. So here, I'll draw it. You guys are. This is Lesser Servant Way right there. Or no, that's Servant Way. That's Major Servant Way, and from there, the guild hall is right along this river right here.
Before Altus leaves the room, I also I want to stop at Lydia and say I need to talk to her later, like in the morning.
Okay. All right.
Lydia is.
I will show you a note, and then I'll put some more notes on her things so everybody knows who's who. Because you guys have a lot of you guys have
she's the one that she was the one that was in the prison, right?
Yes. She was the prisoner you guys rescued.
I'm gonna ask Lydia if this is what Order 42 is.
Is this where, or is this?
Is this?
She's going to shake her head and say, they're in the city, but they're in the dungeons of Solemn Watch. And it's Order 47 I was in charge of. She nods and says, yes, at least half of them.
Then what is this guild called? I'm gonna ask Carter that, actually.
This is the Eyes of the Meg.
Okay.
Otherwise known as Every Word is a Crime.
No, only you.
It's truly a wonder why your guild is so small.
No.
I
had these.
As Lysina is leading people, she's going to say, we're actually operating legally now.
Yeah.
Everything is.
I'm sure not having them around helps with that.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a lot.
I'm just gonna remind everyone, I wasn't the one who mass murdered a bunch of people staring at Icium.
Icium is gonna say, it was in self-defense of our friend. Kind of.
Okay.
Did that friend live?
The semantics here.
Did that friend live?
Bad.
Icium's gonna nod and say, they did. And he's gonna march upstairs, looking a little disappointed at Altus. And he's gonna say, I resurrected you. Lil Haran's going to call from the stairway and say, reincarnated.
I'm gonna yell back up, I didn't ask to be born, Dad!
I wasn't even paying attention to the reincarnation, resurrection, whatever. Because I was like busy. I don't even remember what I was doing.
You were having a heartfelt moment with Lethe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Where is Lethe? Is she, like, what is she doing?
She is here. There are lots of people here. There's a crowd of people here. She's kind of just standing in your... Yeah, she's standing in your crowd when a dwarf comes down with the battle axe and there's a monstrous, almost...
Whoa. Not a battle axe. Great axe. Come on.
When a dwarf comes down with the great axe and there's a bear that's much larger than it should be, giving off, like, magical energy in the corner, you know, and people are throwing stuff at people, there's a naked dwarf standing up, you just kind of stand back and you just let the other people talk.
I don't know what you're talking about. No one threw anything.
Gelsina.
I crushed the fucking ball bearing under my foot.
Gelsina.
It's a pure steel ball.
If you want, you can sleep in. You can sleep in the same room as me.
Is that a fucking child?
She's 15. The other two are younger.
Feel free to blind the other girl. She's used to it.
I'm just gonna talk to Leahy and be like, "This is at least your experience is this for the first time, like us, relatively."
Dusty is going to tentatively step out. Like, I don't like being out in the open.
All right. Does everybody find beds?
I'll
Yes.
show everybody to
I show Dusty to my room.
I assume Dusty's gonna find his own bed somehow, and like.
Well, he can sleep in Altus's room. The first thing Dusty is going to notice about Altus's room, it smells awful. As you step in, there's burnt vomit on the door or on the floor in front of the door, just like etched into the fibers of the wood. Otherwise,
get it out, I would.
See, I knew he died in Isildred, but I didn't think he died in the real world too.
So it's not his first time dying.
No, it is my first time dying.
no, it is his first time dying. He
I
Altus
threw up on the
vomited
floor.
here, and then he burnt it into the wood. So it's
Just, I mean, he burnt it. What?
They
He
told me
shot
to
a
clean it up, so
firebolt.
I did.
Why does it still smell?
Oh, that's not the smell.
No, that's the smell.
Actually, you know what? Actually, no. I live in a fucking sewer. The smell wouldn't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Dusty
mean,
is
it,
not
it smells like home.
Do I have any leftover treasures that I left here, like an extra skull, or?
No.
Dusty's gonna take it. Like you know, Dusty's gonna take it.
Well, I'm upset. Like
I
I
want
lost
you to
Sculpey.
know, like,
Carter, Sculpey is gone.
thank God. No,
No.
like, I want y'all to know, like, y'all were considered dead, so, like, most of your shit's not in there anymore. It's basically a cleared out room.
My room.
Did you sell it, or did somebody take it?
Both.
Oh.
So, what does the inside of the room look like?
The inside of the room is going to be cleaned out. It's got a candle on a nightstand and a large queen size bed. And that is Altus's room because it would have been cleaned out because he wasn't here.
I'm gonna close the door and say, "Let the party commence." Like that's all you hear from
Okay.
the door.
I'm just gonna.
Okay, you hear a bunch of clatter as Dusty just takes his bag of stolen shit and just dumps it.
Okay.
So you just hear the clatter of everything he's stolen. It goes on for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot. I'm gonna ask Carter like how much time has passed between their deaths and now.
I don't know how.
Altus, help me look! I can't find the drugs! Or the drug bombs! I think they might have gone through my bag while I was knocked out.
We have to go back to Isildred.
From what you guys were told, with today's date and what Celebris told you, probably about 2 weeks.
Yeah, about.
I think it's somewhere in this pile. Here, throw that magic book to the left.
Oh no,
About 14-ish.
about 3 weeks. About 3 weeks.
Close to a month.
This magic
Damn it, why
book
did I-
isn't magic. There's just naked women in it.
Not that book, the other one. God damn it, why did I steal so many inkwells? The first time I saw ink in a long time, I thought they would be useful.
We have ink everywhere here.
Why are we leaving those two alone?
As long as my guild house is still standing in the morning, I don't.
Because it's better to keep them together than have them do their own thing separately and destroy this house.
I'm just gonna remind you, us staying together got me murdered. Out of character real quick.
Maybe, hopefully, it'll happen again, and we would.
Oh no!
Oh, don't worry, Celebris has not forgotten that.
Hold on, what?
So the next room assignment, Netra and Celebris are going to be put into a room. I see. Ooh, wait a second. Hold on.
ICUP.
Icium is going to be roomed with Old Man Pam. And Pendu and Lathy are going to be giving a room.
Graxruff was close to Ilderon.
Lil Haran is a guild member. She has her own room, which
Damn
Lydia
it.
is going to occupy, which leaves Lathy and Gelsina. Wait, no, they'll get a room of their own.
She was presumed dead, though, wasn't she?
Oh yeah, she was, but she would still have a space in the guild hall coming back.
They care more about her to keep her room
Okay,
actually open.
I see how it is.
You do too, dickhead. Wait,
Yeah,
no, you don't.
you
You're
have-
not part of the dick. You're not part of the guild because you have your own guild.
Lumbergrax is a part of the guild. Well, no, he isn't. He refused to sign the membership.
He's part of his own guild.
Yeah, that's part of Grax Attack. But there'd be space for Lumbergrax. Lumbergrax would be the only person who is able to have a room to themselves.
Wait, Aldous, I think I finally found them.
All right. So, does anybody want to do anything tonight before we skip to the morning?
I'm just gonna look at Netra after what I felt earlier.
Don't
We're gonna
mind
go
the...
through a pile of lots of stolen items.
Wait, what?
And... What?
Wait,
They're
what? What
looking
did you
for their
say?
drugs.
No, I mean, what? Wait, you're gonna look at me after you felt what? I missed that
After I
part.
did it, I did a divine sense on myself.
Yeah, you don't sense a ping from Netra. You hear
No,
a
I-
low hum of good, just tiny hum.
No, I meant I'm gonna look at Netra and go. You want to see or this is gonna be interesting to you since you're paladin. You have paladin power. Do a sense on me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna divine sense him, I guess.
All right, you
I don't
open, you open your senses to the divine forces of the universe. You are going to hear a harmonious hum from Celebrus, marking him as a celestial.
Now that I'm dead.
You said you're dead.
Yeah.
Then how are you going off this? Like, I'm actually like just at a loss for words. I'm just like,
I'm about as lost as you on that too. Let me try something real quick. I'm gonna try to summon my axe.
You use your action to summon it. It appears in your hand.
like it doesn't like punch through a wall or anything. It just magically appears.
Yeah,
It's basically like a
Oh,
warlock.
I would love
weapon.
that.
Yeah, it's a ring of white light. Starts forming and forms into an axe.
I thought it was gonna be like Thor's hammer that just destroys everything in its path until it reaches the hand.
No, it's not the
Dimensions.
Divine Axe Rita.
Mhm.
I'm sad no one got that reference. So yeah. Do you start to believe me now when I say that I'm dead?
I mean, if you give off that energy, you're definitely not dead.
Well, I'm not undead.
I mean, I'm just gonna go. Like, I need time to digest this.
There's a lot to learn, my friend. This world is very strange, comparatively. Is there 2 beds or 1 bed in the room, Brandon?
In the room you're given would be like a diplomat's room that Lysina set up. There'd be 2 beds.
Alright.
Get
I
some
guess
rest on something that's more comfortable than stone.
So,
Yeah.
where do we steal more drugs?
It's not as comfortable as water, but it's good enough.
All right. So as you guys are going to sleep for the night, Altus and Dusty, you are going to hear a knock on your door.
Hello?
Knife drawn.
Mhm.
Oh, by the way, Dusty's sleeping under the bed.
Okay. You're gonna hear a voice and say, "It's Lathy. Can I come in?"
Sure?
Wait, can I set up the ball bearing so she'll trip first?
No, she's not blind anymore. It won't be as funny.
Eh.
Lathy is going to step into your room. She's going to just look at like the emptiness of it.
It's not empty. There's just a massive
Well,
pile of.
Yeah, the pile of stuff, and then of course, there's no place for her to sit or anything other than like the bedside. And
That's my dragon's hoard. You can't touch it.
Yeah, and she's well, obviously she heard Dusty, and she's gonna say, "Where's Dusty?"
He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time. What do you need?
She's gonna nod and say, "I just wanted to see how you were doing. I know dying and coming back isn't an easy experience."
Let me tell you, I gave him all the therapy he could ever want and more.
It's not really that bad. I've got a new body, which means that I'm not responsible for my old crimes. It's a whole new start. For more crimes.
Amen.
Truly the best lesson a young girl like Leafy can learn from.
Yeah, Leafy, like, looking up is, gonna say, did you see the bridge?
What bridge? Actually, Dusty's gonna poke his head out from under the bed. It's like, what bridge?
Out of character really quick.
Yeah, Altus actually would have seen the bridge. So you would have actually... So remember your first trip to the bridge, how when you guys kind of got sucked into it, you fell into like this endless ocean. Well, not endless.
We saw the giant sea monster.
Yeah, you saw the giant sea monster. What Altus saw though when he was at the bridge, you were on this scorched earth, and everywhere in front of you was just miles and miles of scorched earth and fire on the horizon, and directly behind you was that endless ocean.
Picture of Carter.
And
sorry.
Every time you turned around, the ocean was always behind you. It was always like 2 steps behind you. If you took 40 steps forward, it was always 2 steps behind you. If you turned to face it, it was still 2 steps behind you. It was maddening before you got off of it.
I'm gonna say all of that, and like as I talk about it and get to that point, it's like my expression just keeps getting more crazed and more crazed and more crazed.
Yeah. And Lathy is going to nod and say, "Well, I've experienced it too."
Wait! You died?
I feel like I'm out of the loop.
So, well, I feel like, yeah, Altus wouldn't know this of why Lumigrax was searching for her, and she's gonna say, "Yeah, I've died before," and she's going to pull her shirt up, well, her sleeve up off of her arm and show the mark of the Albion, the one that Lumigrax had on him, that symbolizes she's died, she's killed somebody, and she's lost somebody she's loved.
But
and
you're a child.
Do I still have that?
You do still have it. It stopped revealing the mark on other people, though, once you found her.
Oh, good.
I don't... Yeah, explanation. What is that?
It means like we did bad things. Like I got one for murder.
Hey, looking down at yours now, you have all 3 marks on your arm. It is a 2-headed bird that looks like a crane or albatross, just kind of mashed together with like a serpentine tail wrapped around it. You have the 1 head, the 2nd head, and the tail.
Oh, and so does she, right?
Yes, she has 1 head, the 2nd head, and the tail.
More importantly, Lathy, who did you kill?
And she's gonna say, my uncle ran a drug den. There were, plenty of his patrons that tried to do things that the den wasn't meant for.
Poor child.
She's, gonna nod and say, I don't regret anything I had to do.
Do you know where he kept his stash? We've run out.
And she's, going to, shrug and say, he got shipments from everywhere. He, ran it out of the Caius Coast.
I'm also gonna look back over to Dusty and be like, the whole building kind of got left in the bridge.
You keep mentioning this bridge. What?
We could show it to you real quick if you'd like.
So,
you have to die to go there.
What?
It's what happens when you die.
You go to a fucking bridge?
The bridge between worlds.
You know, this is why I tell people that religion is bullshit. Like, no afterlife, no heaven. You go to a fucking bridge. Religion is bullshit, my friend. You need to get out of that.
Lady's going to say, I've seen it. It's real.
And one day you too will see it, Dusty. But hopefully not for a long time.
Lathy is going to just like nod at you and say, well, if you need help adjusting back to life again, you can always come and talk to me.
There's a part of me that will never adjust back to life, Lathy.
Oh,
I always
that's
live
dark.
one way.
She's gonna look down, kind of like brush her hair back behind her ear, like nod, and then just, do the awkward teenager walk out of the room.
I'm gonna look over at Dusty and just be like, I wonder why she got so melodramatic. I'm talking about my dick.
It's just like, I know. It's a great loss. But you get used to it. You do get used to it. Time will move on. Time will heal. Time will heal the wound.
Alright. So, with that, we are skipping to the morning of the 14th of Hunter. The sun is on the horizon, looking over the north side of the northwest side of the city, because the sun rises in the northwest on this world and goes to the southeast. And everybody, everybody's gonna feel their bodies kind of adjusting to a normal sun cycle.
Oh god, it's so bright! What the hell is that? Turn it off!
It actually hurts.
Yeah, and you guys are gonna hear several yells from around the guild house of just wow, whoa, so bright.
But it would really only be me and Dusty though, because the rest of it been there for 2 weeks. And Gilcina, yeah.
No, it's too bright! Turn it off!
It's the morning of the 14th. Why does that keep popping out? I don't want that to pop out. Who's doing stuff?
I'm gonna wake up and go to Carter.
Okay, I'm gonna go down the list and I'll handle each person. So let's start at the top of Discord. What is Celebris doing?
Hearing Gelsina freaking out, he's gonna go check on her, make sure she's okay.
Okay, what's Lumbergrax doing?
Does Renata come to me at night? Since I've been back.
In your vision? No.
And I've been gone for 3 weeks.
She did not come back to you.
Okay. I go and get breakfast.
Okay.
She doesn't give a fuck.
What is Altus doing?
I'm going to talk to Lydia.
Okay. And you get out of your bed to go talk to her?
Yes.
Okay. We'll handle you in a minute. Alright, and what's Dusty doing?
Dusty is going to go get breakfast, pocket the silverware, and then go out exploring.
Okay. And Carter.
Carter's actually already downstairs waiting for everybody.
Okay. And Nectra.
I'm gonna go talk to Carter and ask him about the world, and who else should I ask about the world? Or that whatever, Tilly.
Yeah, you guys can have that. You guys can have that conversation over breakfast. Okay, so, top of the list, I actually did forget Celebris' action, I'm sorry. Oh, you're
checking on Gelsina.
Okay, yep, okay, so Celebris is going to check in on Gelsina. Gelsina is staring out of her window on the north side of this tower, just squinting, eyes pressed to it, and just staring directly at the sun. It looks like she's in pain, but it also looks like she's fascinated, and you just hear her going, "Wow!"
Gelsina, you probably shouldn't stare right at it. It could hurt your eyes.
I'm just gonna say, it's so bright! I can see everything!
Yeah, that's... Don't worry, we'll show you around to everything, but if your eyes are not used or unusable, you won't be able to see everything.
It's fine, I can cure her.
Why don't we go get some food?
Alright, she's going to turn towards you, and she is stumbling almost blindly, swatting at her eyes, as how when you stare at a bright light, how it kind of burns itself in her vision. And she's gonna be swatting at something that Celebris doesn't see. And she's
got the dots.
Yeah. And she's going to make her way to you, tripping several times, and she's gonna say, "So is it a once a month thing?"
This is every day as long as it doesn't rain.
And
Or
she's gonna
there's
say,
clouds.
so this is day?
This
I've heard about this. It lasts for a while, right?
It lasts for several hours. Several notches on a candle.
And she's gonna say 2 candles, the historians told me.
Depends on the time of year, but generally, yeah.
She puts a hand on your shoulder as she still tries to follow you.
You want to ride down, or you want to lift downstairs? He'll kneel down, like piggyback style.
Lathy is like watching this, and she's gonna get up out of the bed. She's sitting there kind of cross-legged, and she's gonna follow behind you guys and say, "You know, I'm not used to seeing much either. It's still taking a lot of adjustment."
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm glad we were able to get your sight back, Lathy. He's gonna offer her a ride too.
Double piggyback Celebris. They'll both take it.
I'm a 7'6" giant of a man that's with super strength. I think I can handle 2 children.
Alright, so then moving down, Lumbergrats heads downstairs to breakfast. Carter stops you. We'll handle you when everybody else gets down there. Altus gets up to... you said you're getting up to do something.
To talk to Lydia.
Talk to Lydia, yes. There is something heavy on your chest underneath the sheets that makes it uncomfortable for you to move. Getting up, there's a book on your chest. It is black in nature.
I open it up and scroll through and try to flip through the pages.
Congratulations. You can add Vampiric Touch back to your spell sheet.
No!
You have Vampiric Touch?
Yeah.
Wait,
Reading,
what is this backstory?
Wait. When did you take levels in Warlock?
reading the book, you have a you have kind of like a seizure stroke like moment of just like shaking, looking at this, eyes flashing, as the information burns itself into your mind.
Renalta does care. I clutch it closely to me.
Man, she visits him, but not me.
You're going to get a sending. And what's it gonna say? It's gonna say didn't. Oh well, actually, so you have a few minutes to do stuff, but you're gonna get a sending in 5 minutes because sending has a 5-minute cast timer. And then it's gonna say, I didn't know you were still alive. Meet me at the Shadowside docks at noon.
Ah. So, and what time is it now? It's like
Sunrise.
Sunrise. I have time to do both. I have an order of people to save.
Alright, walking out of the hallway towards Lydia's room. Lydia was staying with Lil Haran, and their door is closed. You hear voices on the other side.
I knock.
You knock?
Lil Haran is going to be the one to open the door and look down at you. And she's going to say, Altus. And then open the door for you to come in. Lydia is getting dressed in... she does not have Sunyith robes, but she does have a nice risen dress on, and I will change her portrait eventually.
Okay.
She is there.
I tell Lil Haran, I need to speak to Lydia. I guess I'm still just wearing a cloak in full splendor. That's great. And that it's a.
Wait, did you ever get back my cloak?
I gotta have something on. I don't want them to see my tush, my bupkis.
Wait, he took your clothes?
No,
What is this?
Dusty put it on him.
Oh!
No, I didn't have clothes.
Oh, then it's your fault.
You guys left my body.
No, that is Dusty's fault.
How is it Dusty's? Because he didn't steal everything on my body?
No,
I'm saying because he put. I was saying it's Dusty's fault for him not having clothes. I don't care about you. I care about Dusty.
Wait, Dusty, are you not wearing clothes?
No, he
Oh,
has
Dusty's-
clothes. He doesn't have his cloak.
Dusty's just
I'm
like,
missing my
if
clothes.
Altus can do it, I can do it.
Well, like Dusty's in like a regular shirt that is so stained that at one point was maybe white, but is like stained brown, and some pants that are puke green. They were not that original color. He does not remember what color they started out as.
But I'm gonna ask to speak to Lydia of utmost importance.
Okay, and Aloharan's gonna look back at her, look at you, and say, I can't say that I trust you alone with her. And she's gonna step into the hallway. Yeah, she's gonna step in the hallway and say, I'll be out here if you need me, Lydia. Lydia nods, looking at Altus.
Okay.
Not that he has anything to assault her with.
His penis.
No, I don't! No, I don't!
It'd be like hitting somebody with a pebble, but even a pebble can do damage if you
Okay.
hit the right spot.
Okay. I'm gonna ask her about Calendir, because I need to speak to them immediately, and I want to know how to get them back.
Is a pebble supposed to be a euphemism?
Oh. It's a metaphor.
Thank you for joining the rest of us on this
Sorry.
wild ride of a train.
Lydia is going to shrug and say, I've been trapped in Isildred for what felt like years.
You know politics, Lydia. You know who we have to go through. Wait, did you say years?
She's
Definitely not there yet.
Yeah, she's gonna say, you guys said it felt like weeks, but to me, I couldn't even tell time. I had no sun, I had no candle. I sat there in the wall, or in that stone cell, and they'd feed me. Wasn't even on a schedule.
She had the window, right? She could still.
No,
like,
she was
spray.
underground.
I thought she had a window for some reason.
Well, you still remember, like, the people that are probably still alive? Yeah, that's something to be happy about?
She's gonna say, well, the Dawn Touch, my father was the supreme light of it. There's the light who is in charge of Anthalar. She would have some pull with the local government, but the Sunyeth would have by now sent a new supreme light to run this part of the country.
We have to prepare ourselves. You know what they're capable of. We have to be ready. We need to get a hold of Calendir at all cost.
Lydia is going to, extend her expression in, a uncomfortable smile. And, she's, going to say, look, I'll tell you this, but don't tell the others, okay?
Of course.
And she's, she's gonna gesture for you to come in close. Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, and she's gonna say, look, after you guys left after Cardrin and my father got away, until the next Supreme Light was chosen or the Sunyeth sent somebody, governing fell on me. I can't handle that. I hid under my desk for 2 days before I was finally arrested.
Lydia. We don't need to rule. We need to save these people.
She's gonna nod and say, look, I'm the daughter of a traitor. I don't know how they'll treat me if I go back into Solemn Watch.
Then I will go with you, and I won't let them do anything. And plus, I'm a hero to these people. I'm the Terra Slayer. I am technically a hero.
Did we accidentally increase his ego as we decrease his size and his penis size?
Well,
Wait,
that possible?
That is factual.
it's called compensation. And, no, but,
He does it the best.
yeah, when you say that, she's, gonna nod and say, I heard tales from Kenyara about what happened, and I had heard tales what happened in the Caius Coast. All right, we can go to Pramada Watch or Solemn Watch later, and I'll speak on our behalf if it amounts to anything.
Hopefully it does. We have a nation to save.
Lydia's going to nod, getting up and moving into the hallway. And she is going to like look down at you. Are you carrying that black book with you?
No. I would not bring that out to the
Okay, you'd leave it in your room?
commoners. Yes.
Oh, okay, you do have another gift coming towards you too. Okay, so you head downstairs, followed by Lydia and Ilderon. The next person that heads downstairs is Dusty. He's stopped at the stairs as everybody is congregating by Carter. Carter's waiting at the stairs, and Netro is going to talk to Carter. All right, so the
Netra!
Oh.
Netro!
Oh, no, I said Netra. You might have... my mic might have not just picked it up properly. All right, so, Netra, everybody is together at the bottom of the stairs as Carter collects the party and begins leading them to the dining room.
I'm gonna be like, now, where is this Teely or whatever you told me to talk about?
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna cancel this because I can't find Lydia's old portrait, so I'll bring it back up later. So, waiting for you guys in the dining room is going to be the three members that always eat breakfast together as they plan out their day. There's going to be a long wooden counter that has been repurposed.
Bisexual, you say?
Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
Information the party found out about Teely. They first met her because members of the Risen are not allowed to have romantic partners, and she was being blackmailed by a criminal that they had seen her with a woman romantically. So the party knows that about her. Anyways, so Teely has something written in her contract that
she's not here today. I bet.
Yep. Teely at the top of the morning is going to grab food, and she's going to bow to Carter as he enters and says, "Master Banecaller, as it is, as our contract allows, fourth day is mine to spend as I choose."
Go ahead. Have a good day.
Is she? And I'm gonna suggest to Carter, she's the one that's supposed to tell us about the last 16 years.
She's fine. This is contracted. Lysina, however, the beautiful Lysina, she can help us out. We'll help y'all out. She's pretty great what she does.
Alright. So Lysina is going to or she's going to stand up and say, "Well, Master Banecaller, I could if you'd like me to, but Octus is actually a teacher. He'd be more qualified than I."
Oh yeah, that's right. I always forget about that. You guys ever
I'm just gonna butt in and be like, it doesn't matter who, we just need to know.
Well, you want it accurate, and Octus is the best one here that's gonna get it. So,
can we at least talk about this over like a table and some food?
Oh, there is a counter that has been repurposed into a large dining table. It's got wood nailed on the underside of the counter, kind of just like extending this table space available, with bar stools all around it.
We don't even have to steal it.
Yeah, on the
what do you mean we don't have to steal it?
Can you take out like the 4 loaves you've already put in your bag?
On the table is actually nothing but seafood. It is a
fish then.
Seafood delight.
I'm just gonna gorge on it because like water canossies eat seafood a lot, right? I assume.
Yeah.
So like I'm just gonna gorge on it and just be like, it's not fresh, but you know it.
Oh no, it is.
Not
It is
fresh?
It is fresh.
Wait.
That's the
I mean,
only way.
I'm saying fresh as in like it's not from the river. It sounds
Oh,
like
yeah.
It is from the fucking river.
I'm saying like
It's not raw.
yeah, it's not raw.
Yeah.
Like, I figured like water ganassi would eat raw fish, right?
Yeah, it is cooked.
So at Altus's comment, Dusty will sigh and start pulling out 3 bread rolls and like 2 forks that he immediately swiped off the table.
I'm gonna need you to
Already
stop
died.
doing that because you're gonna lose your hand around me.
You'll never see me do it.
He's
I
a
don't
real
have to see
stickler,
you
but
think-
he'll never hurt you.
It's like I don't have to see you do it. I'm a criminal too. I know how we work. You will lose your hand.
You'll have to catch me first.
Rysina's gonna hold up a finger and say, "Former criminal, please."
Former.
Are you as bad as
I
I'm
see
gonna say
how
Leslie-
we're dead for a couple weeks, and now you're a former criminal, Carter. I thought you
Y'all
were
dead
harder
for
I'm gonna
y'all are dead for a few weeks, and in those few weeks, I got more accomplished than when y'all were alive for the few months you were here.
But did you
okay?
have a drinking buddy that would spend too much money?
Yeah, I have Octus.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna ask them like, were you as bad as they were? And just point.
You
Oh
no,
no, honey, we're worse.
Yeah, no. My type of crime, my former type of crime was more organized and subtle than brazen.
Carter's-
Talking about
You know, hey, listen, I am all about subtlety.
Yeah, like I'm with like I'm fine with Dusty's because he's like he doesn't get noticed, but like I feel like the rest of them get noticed.
Our
and that's what I have
crimes
a
were
problem.
subtle.
Burning
More
down a
people.
house is not subtle.
While you guys are like talking amongst each other, Octus is going to speak up and say, Master Banecaller, if you will, the settlement needs my attention today. There was another body found last night. So if I could
Another?
give this... he nods and says, if I could give this speech and depart, it would be in our best interest.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put y'all to use since y'all are here. Since y'all up and disappeared on me anyways, I might as well get some use out of my fucking in quotations guild members here. After this, I'll fill y'all in, and then
He really does love us.
fill y'all in. Y'all can be of use.
I'm gonna be like, are you not supposed to inform us of the last 16 years? But
That's what he's about to do.
Okay.
Octus is going to speak up and say the last 16 years on Ilderon's face has been a politically difficult time. Tensions between nations have been growing, particularly that in the Tide Gate between Red Axe and Lil Nagai. Morzia has tried to stay out of the conflict, but the country gets drawn into so many different events between the two nations. Nazaram pushed forward on the Archblight and nearly had them eradicated, but the events of the recent years have caused a weakening of the political ties that tie the 3 nations together that make up Nazaram. With that said, the Archblight has resurfaced again, and it's rather unfortunate for our country as we struggle to deal with them.
Right, you're saying these things as if I'm supposed to understand them.
You know what, Octus? To help the dead brain here get it, how about we just do like simplified major?
Alright, he's going to go
Events.
through the simplified major events, and he is going to say, well, 997 AE, if what Master Banecaller informs me about your situation proves true, an unknown mage appeared in Calcrest and performed a ritual that is unknown to the rest of the world. The biggest non-Earthfire related magical catastrophe happened, and as a response to Calcrest being destroyed, the few survivors formed an organization known as the Kelkin. They've worked across the face of Ilderon to prevent such magical catastrophes from happening again. The Kalkin are also recently to thank for the ending of the situation inside of Red Axe. The Crimson Crusades were caused when the Consummate took up an open embrace of an open worship of demons.
Who is it that's snoring? I'm gonna hit with the fucking spoon.
It's Dusty. It's always Dusty. He's just playing.
I'm legitimately throwing a spoon at
And
Dusty.
he's gonna say, all right.
I'm gonna catch the spoon.
He's gonna say, all right, a briefer summary. Well, in 1000 AE, Dilo and Rona began work on a century's reflection. In 1004 AE, Fecta Spectre traveled the world, and she finished her book, published as The Similarity. It's the biggest collection of cultural anthropology in the world.
Can I make a stealth check? Can I get away from this?
Yeah, you.
I'm gonna grab Dusty. I'm gonna try and grab Dusty.
That's
do so
metagaming.
at
That is
disadvantage.
metagaming.
And Octus is then going to say, Nudish Wriggleby published, in 1009, Nudish Wriggleby published a scholarly work, the Terrai Understanding Our Greatest Threat, which is regarded as the most important and comprehensive work on Terrai to date. In 1013 AE, Red Axe began the Crimson Crusades, which were promptly paused by a ceasefire negotiated by the Kalkin. At the start of 1013 AE, Ililnagai and Artaserai began having border issues.
Is 22 because of my special skill.
Okay. We're going to go through this, and then I will come back to you. Actually, let me look at something. Octus is going to, look at you sneaking away, and is going to say, please, if I am boring you, I'll only be another second longer.
Fucking caught!
And Octus is then going to finish and say, 10,013 AE was a difficult year for Ilderon. The headmistress of the Arcane University went missing. A war broke out between Artaserai and Ililnagai. The Archblight broke through the Nazram blockade. Artaserai got engaged in its own civil war. And additionally, we were informed that a particularly dangerous threat might be returning to Ilderon at the start of this year. In 1014, a group of adventurers followed by and whose claim was substantiated by the headmistress Dilo and Rona as she was returned, claimed that Olivia the Lost has returned to the world. And on top of that, a particularly nasty Calgarian threat has been ravaging the countrysides of Ililnagai, as it seemed to be released from some sort of catacombs.
Which was definitely not our fault.
Roll me a deception check on that.
I'm rolling an insight.
I'm rolling an insight too because I'm not believing the shit out of him.
Well, you might have to, but probably not.
Soulmane is gonna know. Altus is pretty dangerous. If he knows something about something...
Soulmane?
I'm sorry.
Wrong person in this city.
Celebrus is going to say, is gonna know Altus is lying. With that, Octus is going to bow and say, to support Ililnagai's war efforts and to ensure the safety of the citizenry, that they're not caught up in these all-encompassing conflicts. The Eye of the Magtiff has supported a refugee encampment inside the city, where we are currently housing war refugees affected by all of these multiple crises. And he's going to bow and say, Master Banecaller, if I may.
Go ahead. I'll get a head start. I'll catch up.
I'm gonna ask him once about specifically the Darenthal religion and Daredel and Jared's temples.
Ooh.
About their...
He would have access to rumors you don't have. And Octus is going to... do you ask about Jaridel or Daridel?
I ask about everything related to Darenthal, because that's just so important to me. Like, I really need to know how would it, like...
He's going to nod and say, the last I checked, the Daridel Monastery was attacked, razed to the ground. The scroll bearer has not been found since.
By who?
Octus is going to shrug and say, information stopped coming in from Morzia.
What about Jaredith?
And he's going to nod and say, I have religious contacts in the Jaredith Monastery. If their word is to be trusted, the monastery stands fine under their Asatar's command.
Who's the Asatar right now?
Kalina DM loading. Let's see.
Would I know who it is?
Yeah, it's
basically?
the same person who it was. The from the Miss Yandar, the Asatar is Asatar Liana Colleen.
Okay, cool. What about the scroll bearer? Sorry, does he know the name of the scroll bearer? Or like who like does he know anybody that major that was killed at Dark?
He's going to shake his head and say the identity of the scroll bearer is always kept secret. Just from what I know from the from the guides, they've informed me that she is missing.
Would I know who that is?
I think I gave
16
you the,
years.
I think I gave you the information. I think
Okay.
it was one of 3 people I gave you.
Oh, can you give it to me again? Sorry, like when you get a chance.
So those 3 people on your list. Do you want me to say it out loud, or do you want me to message it to you?
Can you message me?
Yes, I will. I will send it to you later because I have to look up their names. But basically, I'll message you this. Here we go.
Thanks. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to know. And now he can go after that.
All right, he leaves.
Well, Celebrus is gonna ask one quick question before he goes.
He waits.
What is the current state of the civil war going on in Arter Sarai?
Not good.
Octus rolls a history check if he's got gossip on that, and he's going to say, I don't normally engage in Ardorian politics unless it pertains to religion, but the return of the god Galesong is particularly insightful to me. As far as I know, there is currently a unofficial ceasefire between the 2 sides while the capital recovers. As I know it, one army was completely decimated, while the infrastructure of the capital was also completely destroyed. Neither side's in a position to keep fighting. And through all of that, the Ardorian infantry remains to be one of the true wonders of Ilderon. Somehow, they maintain the front against Ilonagai's pressing army.
Needless bloodshed. That's all it is.
Thank you.
As always, thank you, Prophet. I guess I'll catch up with you. Now for the catch up for few of you that would this pertain to, I guess. Well, since y'all been gone, I did do a little bit of work.
Since you've been gone!
Yeah, really. That night, Cardrin, we took Cardrin. I brought him back to the capital, but he escaped, which was fucking fantastic.
Good job.
Well, that happened. I went back to the Bloody Fog. Y'all know people that also protect this place. Went there, asked them to hunt down, kill Cardrin for me because I couldn't be bothered, and I'm not good enough or have the resource here to find him myself. Since then, they told me he got scared from the hit squad, Forcer squad, whatever you want to call it, and hopped ship down in Marvelport. But I don't think that's the case, honestly. I think he paid him off and he's just hiding. But crime has gone down, so I'm okay with it. If y'all want to follow that up, y'all can. Y'all just probably got to figure out how much Carter paid Bloody Fog. Match that, they'll probably tell you. But
We don't have any money.
well, you know,
That'll be a problem soon fixed.
And then next, what else is like Prophet said, we're sponsoring a settlement, a refugee settlement now. And not soon after we started, there's fucking 3 dead people, apparently 4 now. And I'm thinking I've checked the bodies, I'm thinking someone's smuggling drugs into the fucking settlement, which is the last thing a refugee settlement full of scared, cold, and alone fucking refugees from a war needs is to be dying from overdosing on whatever the hell it is. So, how about this? Y'all could be helpful. Help me figure out what the hell is going on down there. And y'all said, what was his name? What, Lydia? Y'all said Lydia was with y'all. Where's Lydia?
Yeah, Lydia is there. She's downstairs with you. She'll kind of like peek out from behind Celebris.
By the way, actually, as this is happening, I'm gonna lose interest and sort of like take off all my armor and stuff, and go head to the water for a swim.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm not gonna tell anybody where I'm going. I'm just gonna take off my armor,
I was gonna say,
set it down.
Probably
take it.
already left and is right now like exploring the local area and taking whatever you can from people's pockets.
Yeah, I'm just gonna dive into the water and just sort of, or like wait for props.
If you want me to roll, I can, but just like anything that's below,
I'll roll you a percentage.
basically minimum roll will always be 22, and then it only goes up from there. So
If
if
he's
you're
rolling
getting it,
percentages,
be
though.
22.
If he's rolling percentages, though.
You could be rolling percentages.
Yeah, I'm rolling a percentage die. Yeah, Netra can go into the river as this trading post is situated along the river. There would be a kind of like a small like shipping docks here, where they would have received cargo in from the river, but would be like abandoned and in disrepair. But yeah, you can jump into the river and swim here. It is nice and warm. Little guy's on the equator.
See him leave, I'm like, I don't know why he wouldn't do that. We have baths.
Oh, you gotta understand, Carter. Him or her and the little one, they've been stuck in Kelcris.
Yeah, that's hard to get my head wrapped around. It just everything you say, it keeps sounding like drugs, like y'all are on some hard drugs. But not gonna ask about it. I don't care.
Carter, come on. Me and you literally fought a resurrected zombie the size of me.
That was fun to run. Yeah, that's a little easier to catch on to than, town in a demi-plane type deal.
What's Lysina's gonna hold up her finger and say, Octus did forget to mention Artisarai has a new magnate. Officially
I was
Yes.
gonna get to that.
Ariana Bertol, I know of that already.
And
Again, is this any info that like Netra would be? Or I guess she's gone now, but like,
yeah.
how much of this info is like actually like something she would like be? She would know the names of, like, or I guess all the people she would know is dead.
Well, it's only been 16 years. Oh, you're talking about the monastery. Potentially. It was a whisper.
But I meant in general too. Like in general too. Like how many of these people would be like just killed in the Civil War or like?
Oh yeah. Gosh, it's been. Oh, Octus also didn't mention the Crusades, or there's so much he couldn't mention because you guys were just like, "Hey, faster, faster, faster!" It's like, okay.
Well, he wanted to leave. I wanted him to stay.
Yeah, so a good bit of it, I don't know, it'd probably be 50-50. There are some people Netra would have known that still would be alive, and then there'd be a lot more that are dead. Especially from the region of the world she comes from. Yeah, so, Lysina, yeah, and so Celebris is gonna say, yeah, Ariana Bertol. And Lysina's gonna say, chosen in the ways of, old Ardorian way. Such an outdated way to pick a leader, but she shrugs and says, "What more can you expect from barbarians?"
Carter, how much
I'm right
do you...
here, Lysina. God.
Carter, how well do you trust your person here?
Who, Octus?
No, the one talking.
Lysina? I mean, Lysina's pretty trustful. She's the one that's helped me get
She's
as far as I have in my ultimate goal, so pretty trusting.
Celebris is just going to look at her and say, I know Ariana was selected that way. I was there when it happened.
and she's gonna say, "Are you one of their counselors? The council?" Men?
No, I'm not a councilman. I'm one of the people that a few months ago saved Marcus from being killed.
I mean, so am I.
Well, I didn't know if you had revealed that or not, so I didn't want to blow your cover.
Pretty sure
And
she
af-
knows.
And after that, I was knighted into the into the throne of the magnate.
Lysina is going to narrow her glare, or narrow her vision at you, not into a glare of just, you know, like this was a light breakfast, you know, just talking, chatting. Welcome back to the world. It's great you guys are back. And she's going to exhale, and
we're
say,
already treating her like shit.
yeah, and she's gonna say, "I hold no spears against you, but when everything is said and done with this season, one of our two countries will collapse. And for Lilia's grace, I hope it's yours."
Well, I hold no grievance personal against any of you here. If it wasn't for Loharan and Lydia, I might not be here. But the sentiment falls the same.
Lydia is gonna say, "Could you try not to say that when we walk into the head of our regional government?"
Hence the reason why I don't want the fact that I'm from Ardor to be spread around too far. If Carter trusts her, then I feel I can trust her.
Just out of character, you're dead. You have the perfect cover.
Yeah. Lydia's gonna look over at Lysina and say, "Who is the Supreme Light right now?" And Lysina's gonna say, "It's..."
Actually, gonna get that myself.
Yeah, and she's gonna say, "It's Supreme Light Pramada. She's come in from the Shatterlands to govern Dawn Touch."
She's a little aggressive. Like, I sentence you to death, and I'll do the execution here in the middle of the street aggressive.
Yeah, Lil Haran's gonna look with like a new, new look of respect and say, "But I wouldn't want anyone else leading a war front for us. I have better hopes about a Lil Nagai's future."
She's crazy.
Oh, I guess I should also tell you now, Carter, since I already mentioned the knighthood, I also joined the Kelkin under Makana, Johan, and Kaitrina.
Okay.
Speaking of which, is there a Kelkin office here?
Yeah, there is.
Lysina's going to nod and say, "It's in Sunside, by the Nazaram Embassy."
Alright, well, when we go out to get Altis some clothes and Netra to a library, I think I'll have to stop in there and see about maybe getting in contact with someone or getting in contact with Makana or Kaitrina.
I can't have y'all too spread out, because, like I said, I'm about to take y'all over to that settlement, because y'all gonna be useful at least somehow. I'm gonna have y'all here staying under my roof and eating my food and all that, and then having Dusty over there swipe silverware. You might as well
Dusty's gone, by the way, if you're trying to point at him.
I'm not. I'm just saying it to whoever else is here, so I can have Dusty stealing my fucking silverware. It can be useful somehow.
That's fine. I guess I don't mind helping you out, as you are my friend, Carter, but
Thanks.
I do want to visit the Kelkin office.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just saying, like...
And no offense to any of you here, especially the higher-ups, I do want to go home. And I don't think any of you want my, how do you put it, barbarianness here.
I'm right here. I run this place. All this is all me.
Yeah, and Lysina's gonna, look towards Carter and say, "Oh, no offense intended,
No, he's saying it with a smile, like he was making a joke out of it.
But, y'all still smell like shit. There's baths in the common communal area if y'all want to go wash up so you don't smell like shit at least.
Yeah, Galcina, we're gonna have to get you some new clothes too. Is she, stuffing her face full right now?
Oh, Galcina, looking over at Galcina, she's actually crying. She's sad, and she's not making any noise, but there are tears running down her face, and she's poking the fish, and she's gonna just say, "What's wrong with it?" As everybody's, looking at her.
I wanna hug her, but I'm gone!
What's the little one's name? Why is she crying?
She was born in Calcrest. She's never seen the outside world.
Okay. Well, little
Galcina,
one. Eat it.
go ahead and... It's food. Try it.
It's pretty good.
What the you can't say that!
Well, he just did.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with it.
She's gonna stab the fish, and or she's actually gonna apologize to it and say, "I'm sorry," and then pick it up and bite on it, and then she's gonna say, her face is gonna squint a little bit, and she's gonna say, "What is that?" Lyzina's gonna say, "It's salt."
Wait, I should have taken her with me to go swimming.
Mhm.
Damn it.
It's seasoning. It's like the stuff the the scholars gave you.
Very, very slowly, her vision's going to, open a little bit as, she kind of looks uncomfortable eating this as she gets more comfortable, chewing it and then swallowing it, and she's, gonna say, "Things are tasty." Looking at the people in the room.
Hey, I promised you that I'd make sure you got plenty of good food, didn't I?
She nods and apologizes to the fish again and takes another bite.
Yeah. Don't worry, Galcina, there's plenty here. You don't need to apologize with every bite. Don't mind her. She's, actually, what was her last name, Brandon?
Sodella.
She's actually, a Sodella.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Lyzina rolls a history check on it, and she's going to lean over to Carter and say, it's a dead ruling family from Alyan. Nobility in another country.
Ah, gotcha. I still don't know who the fuck that is, so I don't care.
Basically, she's on the same... She would have been on the same royalty scale as Makana if Calcrest hadn't gone where it did.
Okay. Well...
She helped us while we were there, and it was pivotal in our escape and everyone making it out alive.
That's awesome. Again, drugs. Just lots of drugs. Anyways, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta get fucking Icium.
Icium is down there with you. Altus is down there with you too.
That's what his name is, Altus. I was trying to remember. It was I gotta get Icium and
Altus is at the table. I assume Altus has just been eating. It feels good to eat things that aren't trail rations.
Gotta get them, what you call it, reinstated.
We should get Altus some clothes so he's not walking around like that all day.
I'll just give him some of my old ones. I would just toss over my black traveling clothes at him out of my bag. Fucking.
Altus has a black book and black clothes now. Tracy, if you're talking, your mic is muted.
Aha!
I was just I know Tracy wouldn't be this silent for this long with Altus.
I only put the boots on for the time being.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And we should probably find Dusty, because...
No, everything's fine. You don't need to find him at all. He is fine and everything is fine.
Altus, you know as well as I do, if he's caught here, they'll kill him.
Well, kill him. They'll just put it... I've already gotten one person out of the...
Trust me, how Supreme Light Permata runs shit. He'll probably die.
God, what's happened in the few weeks we've been gone?
A lot.
It's almost like they've been talking about that all over breakfast.
No, I know. But,
he'll die.
we need to find Dusty! Now!
Lysina.
So, go get Dusty, and Lysina, after you finish eating, get the paperwork ready for...
Okay.
You'll be fine.
As Altus is, like, standing up, she's gonna say, so wait, is this Altus? Is this really you?
Does she have something in her hands?
She has her stack of books and ledgers next to her.
Don't
on the
you
table.
do it.
She is going to begin digging through it and pull out a book. It looks familiar to Altus. And she is going to slide it. Okay, do you cast Firebolt on it?
No, wait, I'll see what it is first.
As
She's willing to slide it to me.
she is sliding it across the table, hesitantly towards you, and she's going to say, "It's your spell book." On it, you see the name of your former master, and what was her name?
Orenia Paharin.
Oh,
jeez.
yeah, you're going to see Orenia Paharin, etched in on the cover of it, a leather-bound tome, and she's going to say, "I got some of your stuff out of our storage. From
You
upstairs.
didn't sell our stuff, Carter.
This is
You
some of the
love
few
us.
things that I wasn't allowed.
And Lil Haran is also going to pull out another document and put it on it. On
Another
top
what?
of her book, a document. And she's going to say, this is also a contract with Villarla. It's a pending contract with the guild. You said you would return her donkey, Shiezru. The guild had to pay for the missing donkey.
You owe me the gold for a donkey.
Yeah, she's going to say you can repay the guild for the funds.
So, I'm gonna go find Dusty.
Put your clothes on first so y'all don't get...
I'll put him on.
I'm gonna go find Dusty. That beautiful deception check. And she's gonna say, that payment, are you gonna do it by contract or via gold or sea coins?
Just gotta go, as I'm walking out of the simulator, just gotta go find Dusty real quick.
Do you leave the contract and spellbook on the table?
No, I bring the spellbook with me.
You leave the contract?
Yeah, I leave the contract there. I'm coming back. Like I can't sign it on the street a little hard. What if someone just grabs it?
Lysina. Yeah.
Lysina.
Okay.
Carter, how on earth have you not killed them?
Alcohol. A lot of alcohol.
You yelled at me for a week straight for carrying my bow staff once.
Because you gave it to... I'm not getting into this conversation.
I'm gonna say out of character, anytime Altus caused problems, I got Carter very, very drunk.
Yeah, that was actually pretty much the plan.
I'm going to go get Netra. I think she might need to help Galcina bathe. I don't think they really had bathing in Isildred in Kelcrest
They
that
didn't
much.
have to bathe because it showered all the time. You got a
That's
bath
great.
walking outside. Like,
And yet there was Dusty.
well, Dusty
So-
didn't walk outside. He walked through the sewers.
So I'm gonna step outside. Do I see Netra just paddling away?
Yeah. In the river waters, you're gonna see a couple like fishing boats, go by her, and a couple other shipping boats like go by her. But she's down there blending in with it, in her natural element.
Hey, Netra. El Prenene said he'd be right back. Sorry.
Fair. We can just say that you gather up Netra. For the sake of
Brevity.
Well, yeah, for the sake of brevity, but also for the sake of your dungeon master, what are you guys going to do, and which NPCs are you bringing with you?
Well, after everybody's...
Like I said, I'm just picking every single pocket I come across that I think I can get away with.
I already
Remember,
rolled your die. I'm talking about the party as a whole.
After everybody's
Remember, Lois
paid,
is 22.
I'm gonna just bring the party. I'll tell a little hard and Lizzie. Not Lizzie. What's Lydia? Fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Just stay at the guild and just rest. Because, they could probably use it.
Alright, so just the party, Icium, Lumagrax, Altus, eventually Dusty, Netra, and Celebris. Staying at the guild hall is going to be Lethe, Galcina, Lydia, Lysina, Pam, and Pindu. And I think that's all of the NPCs you guys have with you. Alright, say it again.
I was gonna, once you gather them, just take them down to the settlement on Shadowside.
Alright.
Before we go, I'm going to give Lydia 50 gold and tell her, get Galcina and the kids some new clothes and stuff, so that way they're not walking around in rags and stuff.
It's on Sunset Dock, so not Shadowside. I'm stupid.
Yeah. Lydia is going to nod, and you guys are in a good area of town for shopping on the Shadow side. Alright. So, Altus, as you head out, where are you going? Your party is, you're to see Carter collecting everybody to go to solve the drug issue on the at the refugee settlement. Does he want to go with them?
No, I've got things to do, don't I?
Okay, you're going to the docks at Shadowside?
Yeah, I've got the docks, and then I've got Lydia at the consulate. I don't know.
At Solemn Watch, the tower in the middle of the city. Okay, Dusty returns to the guild hall. You were able to, on your trip around, or on your trip out, you are super unfamiliar with this city. There are guards everywhere, women with swords. It's crazy. There's a citadel towering over the distance. There's hundreds of people bumping shoulders, forges ringing, carts, people moving up and down the street, and it is super overwhelming. You make 36 gold on your way out, but on your way back in, you're a little bit more used to it. You make 70 gold in pickpocketing on your way back in. When you get back
One second, I need a calculator. This is a lot of numbers.
36 and 76, I think?
106 total. Or, no, you said 70 and 36.
Yeah, 112. You make 112 gold in total. Anyways, you see your guild.
I came in with 14 gold, I walked out with 126.
You see your party all rallying to head to solve this drug problem. Do you go with them? That was a question.
Oh, what?
You cut out halfway through that.
Oh, you see your party rallying to go solve this drug problem. Do you go with them?
Oh, fuck yeah. Chances to get more drugs? Sure.
Alright.
Of course, why not?
I need more drug bombs. And more fun nights.
Alright.
Can we just put out a commercial? Say no to drugs.
Well, Lumberjack,
drugs are bad for you. Give them all to Dusty.
You are actually a guild leader, and guilds have a huge influence on Ililnagian politics. You could have Grax Attack come up with an official stance on where they stand, like, regarding drugs, just like Lysina did regarding slavery for Eyes of the Magtiff.
But I'm literally the only person in Grax Attack.
You have an official guild contract. You can hire a Risen Scribe to do it for you.
I use that as a front to investigate things.
You use it as a front for money laundering. Alright. So, anyways, Lumagrax heads with the party too, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically you just see Dusty like pop up behind you. He's like, guys, this place is amazing. So many things.
All right.
Dusty,
And
I'm just gonna ask you, don't do what you just did again. Because if you're caught, we can't save you.
Oh, like
This
I
isn't
will
like
never get caught.
your overconfidence will be your downfall. This isn't like
No, I
this
just like kind of open up my voice, going like the giant bull, just like, oh, I will never get caught.
This isn't like Isildrad where they'll just brainwash you. They will kill you.
Yeah, the Supreme Light here will has kind of like the I'll execute you on the spot because I can.
So
all right.
don't sneak off on your own again, please.
I make no promises.
So the last question I have is Altus leaving stealthily, or is he just telling his party like, "Oh yeah, I'm not doing that drug thing. I'll see you guys later."
Yeah, that.
Okay. All right. So everybody is gathering with Carter to head to Sunside.
What's this Altus not doing drugs?
Yeah.
Inconceivable.
Outside of the guild hall, as you guys are getting ready to go, Altus is heading in a different direction as he is gonna just like, I'll catch up with you guys. Does anyone want to say anything to him, or we can fast forward?
You want me to
Altus.
pick you up anything while we're out getting drugs?
Well, drugs.
I know, specific
We're
drugs?
not getting drugs.
Just drugs. Just whatever drugs. Drugs are fine.
From the doorway, Lyzina's gonna say, "Getting rid of drugs. Getting rid."
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Getting rid. I mean, do they care what we do with it after?
Yes, they want us to destroy them.
We will destroy them with our bodies.
By consuming them.
Not happening.
No, okay, listen. I have a very special thing that I'm not going to tell you about. Bye.
Carter.
Yeah, Lyzina, go ahead and not reinstate. Oh, just go ahead and cut the cancer now. Gotcha.
Isium's gonna like look at you like blinking puppy dog eyes and say, "But I'm a good guild member, Master Banecaller."
Please just slap us.
I'm half tempted to because y'all have all caused me problems.
I have caused no problem.
You're not even in the
allegedly
guild.
killed a child.
Allegedly.
There's nothing alleged about it.
There was no proof that I did that.
I still have your bounty, Grax. I still have the bounty.
Just like, destroy the drugs. Yeah, sure. I have a great plan that I'm not going to tell you about. Bye.
All right.
Carter,
Let's go.
I apologize for bringing them back to you.
I'm gonna fucking have a goddamn stroke at the end of this.
All right. So, you guys head to Sunside, and actually, Sunset Hold would have been the area repurposed. It would have been a multi-investment thing by several merchants to get this place up and running. That said, we'll come back to the rest of the party, and we'll go with Altus. Altus goes to the docks of Shadowside.
Ooh, spoopy.
You've been here before. It's where you guys met the Bloody Fog. Or rather, a neighborhood over from where you met the Bloody Fog.
The place that I burned down?
No, the Bloody Fog there, the Vanishing Phoenix was the tavern where you met the Rudy, who was blackmailing Tia Lee, and who Carter eventually paid to watch your guys' guild hall. And then also Lumagrax and...
Oh, I remember the Rudy.
Yeah.
She still protects the place, actually.
Does she remember me? Oh, she can't, 'cause I'm not me. That's great. So she won't. I got a chance too.
Well, you also saw another Rudy outside of your guild hall. Because remember, Rudy is a title, not a
I didn't hit on
person.
both of them, did I? No, I just hit on the one. That one.
They're an information guild. I'm saying if one Rudy saw you, the other Rudy probably knows who you are by then.
Oh no. I'll still get around too.
Anyways, heading to Shadowside, looking around these different docks here. The first one you check, you're not going to see anybody that looks like this man in black. And then the second one you check, you go and you don't see anyone either. By this point, the sun is approaching high in the sky. Almost directly overhead in the sky, just passing Solemn Watch, the tower in the middle of the city. At that point, you are going to hear a message in your mind. And it is going to tell you, let me see what ends I have rolled up over here. It says that specifically. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. It's going to tell you to meet me at the Laughing Fighter. Meet me at the Laughing Fighter Inn. We've got a lot to discuss.
I guess I make my way there. Maybe come
Alright.
down the damn docks to go somewhere else.
Well, just, message, like, you're an Arcanist. You are a professional Arcanist. Message has a much smaller cast range than sending. So this person is, super
It's
close to you.
it's like somewhat triangulating it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm pulling up all of my, ends in town.
Ooh, that person is pretty. What did I miss?
That's a Rudy. That person is actually defending Carter's guild hall. Just as a player, your party knows Rudy is a title and not a name. So, anyways, though, Altus. Stepping into the drunken fighter, or the laughing fighter, you are going to see that this place is completely populated. It is a seaside tavern. It is completely open. The second floor is closed off. The bottom floor has stone pillars holding the second floor open. There are cloth sheets over here acting as a wall, just stopping like the mist from the sea breeze from blowing in over the residents sitting at tables on the first floor.
Okay.
Stepping in here, it is going to be well lit, and there's going to be, like, instinctually, you're going to look around and you're just going to, your attention's going to be drawn onto somebody. He is making full eye contact with you. And he's going to gesture to a seat. He is not dressed in black like you originally met him. He's dressed like a traditional Alilnagian. He has a vest. His chest is completely open. He's in, he has open robes. His chest is open. He is dressed in white garments right now. Do you go and sit next to him?
I guess the white garments throw me off, but yeah, I'll go sit next to him. He's looking at me, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. He's,
Wait, am I still just wearing just the boots?
The boots and the cloak is what you told me you were wearing.
Yeah, okay, so he might be looking at me for another reason.
Well, I'm assuming you have the cloak wrapped around you.
Yeah,
yeah. A cloak can be a full body, encompassing thing.
Okay,
alright.
yep, that's what I'm doing.
So, he is, looking at you. He is going to, here we go. We gotta change this music.
What the fuck?
Here we go. We'll go with this. And stop this one. Looking at you, he's going to say, you've gotten shorter. I wouldn't think it was actually you, but I just sense your spirit. That book's still binded to you.
And you've gotten realer. We're actually here.
He nods, smiling and saying, and he's gonna say, well, do you like my gift?
I'm happy to have it back, but I want to know, what do the gems do? What is the point?
he's gonna lean forward on the table and say, your first kill on your master was only a start. Altus, I've got much bigger plans for you. You're connected with people that I need access to.
And who would those people be, and what is access?
He says, you were... Here we go, we'll go with this. And he'll say, you were at one point posed to fight the Supreme Light.
What? I can't fight him. Have you seen him?
And he nods and says, yes, and that's why I have individuals and apprentices like you to do the work for me.
So there are more like me.
He shakes his head and says, no, only ever one. And I fear you've been replaced.
A master and an apprentice.
Who's the replacement, and where can I find him?
He is going to smile, and he is going to say, see, ambition. That's what I respected in you. That's what I saw in you.
Well, the question's still on the table. I guess I've got work.
And he's going to smile and say, I'll send him after you. If you prove yourself a cut above him, acting out of surprise, then you can have your spot back.
If I can escape a burning building that I set on fire, I think I'll be fine.
He's gonna stand up and say, look back at you and say, how was Isildred? Marvelous disaster that place was, wasn't it?
Renal?
He laughs and says, don't make such jokes.
Who are you then? How do you know I was an Isildred?
He's gonna roll a morality check. And, actually roll me a persuasion check. And you see him kind of like teeter-tottering of like, oh, he kind of wants to tell you, but also he has really no tie to you right now. I'll just want to say or do anything to try and convince him. What would you say along with that persuasion?
I'd say, I have once of whatever this mission is that you want me on, but I need to know who you are. No more of the shadows. I need to know. I know nothing in this world. There's no constants. My friends die. I died. Give me
made a new friend.
thing.
He's gonna look back at you and say, and see, that's the ultimate goal, an escape from death. You know what? I won't tell you about me, but I'll tell you about Isildred. It was once part of our plans, but once again, a beautiful mistake. And he's gonna say, tell me, when you died, where did your soul go?
I went to the bridge. Where else would I go?
He nods and says, where else indeed? Would you believe every soul in Ilderon is tied to the whims of a single deity?
But what of the others? What?
He's gonna say, Renalta, Renal, Haldora. There's only one goddess of death. She wears many faces, but she's all the same. And he's gonna say, when anybody dies, their souls are pulled to the bridge, whether you will it or not. She plucks who she will into her service, against their will, into eternal servitude. And he's gonna say, Isildred was the first attempt. an attempt to make a place where our souls would be free.
Yeah, it was really free there. I can see where you messed up.
He's gonna say, once again, a beautiful mistake. But imagine it. Dying and your soul not being drawn to the bridge, but rather someplace else.
That place was off.
He nods and says, since then my companions and I have decided that we needed to focus on something much more smaller. A place was too much. Being drawn to a place was too much. And the next thing in our purview is being drawn to a thing. And
so you want to trap the gems?
He's going to say, Altus, look up a Nalipalia for me. The one of the judges wait.
Real quick out of character before we move on. I need to find... We'll just put it here. What was that one more time?
Nalipalia. I think it's called the Judge's Verse. You can roll a history check on it. Lysina has told you guys Nalipalias before. And she's specifically told you the Judge's Nalipalia.
Of course she has.
It's just on Altus if he was listening.
Oh, the zero history.
Woo! You can roll a history check. I'll put it at DC 13.
Whew.
You are gonna know the Judge's Nalipalia. Nalipalias.
You're cutting it out.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Nalipalias are religious poems. They are structured religious poems, kind of like haikus. The Judge's Nalipalia says, I bore the judge's weight. I found my soul burden. It was a religious passage given to you, given to Lilnagai through a magical rock called the Gift, is how Altus would remember it. But yeah, as to what it means, you know, Octus was teaching on it. One day he asked Carter if he could, and Carter approved it, just like looking over the document, like, yeah, whatever. And you guys were all in the room when they were talking about it.
What did Carter do? Sorry.
Carter approved Octus to teach a public class about the Judge's Nalipalia.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I bore the judge's weight. I found my soul burdened.
So you want us to fix death?
He shakes his head and says, I want you to kill the Supreme Light. A judge's soul weighs more.
Are we talking Solemn, or are we talking whoever this new murderer is?
He's gonna say solemn. Keep your eyes on the target.
Do I have to go back?
He's going to shrug and say, if I find him, I'll update you.
And I'll hear from you.
He knocks his fist against the table and then say, enjoy the lunch, it's on me. And he's going to walk off.
Whew. Well, that's a lot of weight.
Now you bore the judge's weight.
Yeah. Well,
for you.
Time to kill a leader.
All right.
I'm gonna order whatever like their biggest lunch is as well.
So Alona guys at war right now. They're not able to grow food. They are functioning all on the ocean. So it is just going to be a giant seafood platter, like. And I mean, yeah, you can order it. It'd be like 10 gold, and they bring you a whole like just giant table full of just freshly caught seafood or freshly cooked and caught seafood.
There are other people here, right?
Yes, there are.
I offer it to everyone as well.
Speaking of which, how's the seafood in the river?
Being overfished. Here, I'll roll a quality die on it, though. For this time of year, though, you're able to find some decent small fish, but it is going to be deep sea stuff that is going to be deep sea stuff that's the good stuff. Anyways, that is it. Oh, that's it for Altus. Where does Altus want to go from here?
I guess I'm gonna head towards Lydia. And the
okay, and we'll come back to him. The rest of the party, you guys.
Did you find Dusty?
Dusty went back to the party. What happened? Netra was swimming in the river. Celebris came and got her, and said that you guys were going to help out Carter with something. The whole party got together. Dusty was on his way back. Carter asked you guys to help clear up the drugs in the refugee camp.
And by that, he meant we're going to steal them and use them for our own benefit.
No, not at all, actually.
I was gonna say, if Dusty was there, that means, like, it's not really helping so much as stealing.
No, not even close. My thing was, like, you're gonna be staying under my house eating my food, like, under my roof eating my food, you're gonna help me fucking get these drugs out of here.
Okay, Dad.
I mean, there's always the sewer.
Fuck, go to the sewer there, bitch.
Heading to
fuck out of my house.
Sunset Hold. I've got this description also typed up. This small fort overlooks the edge of a neighborhood on Sunside known as Sunset Bay. The building was once used by a politician for large-scale secure gatherings. The post comes with small private docks and a courtyard. The former owner moved to Marbleport, and the building is currently occupied by about 50 different refugees, in addition to the people helping keeping this place supplied and guarded. All right, so stepping to
where is this in the city?
Sunset Hold is in overlooking Sunset Bay. You would be about right here in the city. And
so many beautiful water pieces. Oh my god.
Yeah, looking Sunset Hold overlooks the ocean. And stepping in here, you guys. Oh, we don't need the suspicious music anymore because we're done with suspicion.
No, we're not.
Alright. Let's go with this.
Do you have drug music?
I wish I had drug music.
That's called trap music.
Yeah, I was gonna say trap queen. Anyways, going into Sunset Hold, you are going to see a multitude of people moving in and out of here, and you're going to see a half elf having a conversation. You're going to see a half elf having a conversation with a full Dorai. Like, this person is dressed out in splendid Gyrian cloth. And like this, as you guys walk by this conversation, the woman's going to say to the other woman, she's going to say, "We're from Kaya's Coast. There's no work outside the city. Everybody's too scared. And we just need some place to stay while we set ourselves up inside of Dockensdale." The woman's going to say, "I appreciate it, but this place is specifically for refugees. There are boarding houses on Shadowside we can set you up on." And she's going to say, "Shadowside? We'll get mugged in an evening." The woman's going to say, "I'm sorry, but I can't help you any more than we already have." And she's going to walk back through the gate into Sunset Hold. The guards manning Sunset Hold are going to recognize Carter and let him into the inner courtyard along with the rest of the party. The woman looking at you guys moving by is going to be grimacing at you. Almost
well, yeah,
looking
she sees
jealous.
that dirty little midget.
Yeah, this war's taking a toll on it. Sad.
stepping in, you guys are going to see the Dorai that, oh, my bad. She didn't have an accent there, but she should have. You guys are going to see the Dorai that kicked her out. A elven woman who is wearing very expensive emeralds all over her, all over the tapestries adorning her bodies, and it looks like she's wearing Girion fashion mashed with Lilnagian fashion. It's almost insulting to call this a dress. It's more like a intricate set of woven strings. And she's going to turn around looking at Carter, and she's going to say, Master Banecaller, thank you for your contribution to help keep this place running. And she's going to look at the people you brought, and she said, are these more of the affected?
No, these are people that are going to be helping with the problem that's been that's strung up recently.
Yes, helping.
Yeah, helping. Shut up, Dusty.
Oh, don't worry, I'll help.
And she is gonna say, well, it is. Oh, and she'll actually pause, and she'll think for a moment and say, Ilyaria, extending a hand to each of you and say, I am her. Yeah, she's gonna say, I am her Grace, Kylilia Talarin.
That is a lot of typing.
Altus, mute yourself if you're gonna type, you goddamn half dancing motherfucker.
I'm done.
She introduces herself to the party.
Or if you're going to type, at least type something in the chat so we can feel at least included somewhat.
Kai? Are you asking me to type her name?
No.
Okay.
Phaser can't.
Picking up.
Celebrus will shake her hand.
This woman here kind of runs the show here while we're kind of helping. From what I heard from Octus, there's another one, if you don't mind showing us.
And she's going to nod and say, oh, yes, Prophet Tigaren showed up earlier today. He's counseling those who lost their family member. She's going to lead you into the... she's going to lead you into Sunset Hold and into a dining room. Well, no, actually not into the dining room. Into the dungeon below it. And she is going to say, this is where... And there are two elves working over a body. And she's going to say, this is where I am having my circle embalm the bodies. And they are dressing the body, anointing it with oils. But you can tell all the classic signs are there. Pale skin, the person's eyes are glazed over. You can see there's like, just like looking over into their mouth, there's scraps of something inside of their mouth that they were chewing. And just like all of their veins are kind of like popped out.
It's rough to see.
Oh, it is not the fun stuff.
Yeah, no, that's why I said we're destroying it, not... Yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, the special thing, the thing
No.
we used in the city, that thing.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
The thing,
The
No, I don't.
He wasn't there.
Oh, wait, was he not there?
No, Carter was not there. Carter was
Oh,
not
you know.
Carter. It's Carter. He wasn't there for anything.
Oh, I thought I was,
Wrong door.
talking to someone else.
That's completely in character to me. It's just like, hey, the dwarf, right? You're Altus? Oh, you're not.
I was like,
Altus.
oh, wait, no, you're not Altus. Your dick's too big.
Aww.
I mean, it was
Wait.
before, so I mean...
He showed you That means he showed you his dick.
You saw my. Everybody saw my dick.
Yeah, everybody saw.
No, you mentioned the size.
No, I stood in full nude splendor in the storeroom like the entire time.
Yeah.
Then why did I not attack you with the warhammer?
You were fascinated. You're in love. It's fine.
Anyways, so how much have y'all done to the body other than just moving it?
Actually, do you have a sample? I am an alchemist. I think we just like to see what we're dealing with. I'm not lying, I really am.
Yeah, she's going to say, well, we haven't did anything but, well, we started treating it to preserve it. As is tradition in Lilmagai, your customs are to give the body to the Sanye for the death ceremonies on every 10th day.
Just thinking we could make, it's too late for the people who are too far gone, but make maybe like a counter drug or something.
Well, that requires money, and
I got money. And if I don't have money, I'll get more money.
This place doesn't really have money.
She's going to speak up and say, it's almost a shame that this is being smuggled in here. These refugees are likely being harassed on the border, are on the edge of town before they come in by the gangs of Shadowside.
Oh no, yeah, they're easy sell targets.
Is there any?
Down under the log?
Just a little bit of happiness for a little gold.
Do you have any idea where the den popped up?
She is going to shake her head and say, no, the bodies are all over the keep. The first one was in the courtyard, the second one was in the docks, and the third one was found in its quarters the next morning.
So you said they were all found in the refugee?
Yeah, this hold has been repurposed as a settlement for the refugees.
This is a bit of a stretch, but can I use my knowledge of basically being a thief and knowing kind of how the underground works to maybe make get an idea of they're clearly selling it in here, meaning it's probably in the keep.
Yeah.
In a back corner.
You can roll I'll let you roll an insight check on it.
Insight?
Yep.
While he's doing that, I was gonna ask Tylea, do y'all happen to have
the -1. Alright, here we go.
A thing of it, just even a sample or something you've collected that we can know what we're looking for?
She's going to look to one of the elves and call for the woman and say, oh, that's not her, and say, Lasinia. The woman looks up. Upon closer inspection, this woman, her ears point out, but she kind of looks barely elven to you guys. And she's gonna say, of the last two bodies, their clothes, any stains, anything that you can recover, she'll bow and say, yes, mother. And she's gonna walk off.
Mother, is that your kid?
She nods and says, I just think the people of this nation are so fascinating. I know we shouldn't fraternize, but I just had to try once. It had to be just the other day.
Not gonna touch that.
You tried
just once?
Wait, you tried the other day and you already have a kid? What?
I'm gonna ask just once and insight checker.
Yeah, you can. And she's gonna say, yes, it had to be some 25 years ago. Yeah, Netra, inciting her. I mean, there is very few reasons high elves would come to Ililmagai, or rather would leave Girion. Those who do are the inquisitive bunch. Probably makes sense that she'd indulge while she was traveling. But also, there are some high elves known to be 3,000 years old. So 20 years is literally like a blink of an eye.
Well, good on you.
Gotta live life for how you want to live life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do we know what caused all this? What the drug itself is?
And she's gonna shake her head and say, "It's Master Banecaller's it's Master Banecaller's suspicion that it's drugs. It could be poisons, assassination, anything of the sort. But I honestly don't have dealings in the criminal underground of this area."
Well,
I know what type of drug this is.
Yeah, you can roll me a nature check on it. Just looking at the body.
A nature check? Oh, I'm great at those. 14.
Yeah, looking over the body, this is, obviously, it's something, chewed, that has, like, some chemical property. So that's gonna rule out your things like rock lily dust. That's also going to rule out, bridgehound venom. Then it's gonna be some type of, I don't know, maybe looking at it, some type of herb, but, who knows?
can I do a medicine check on the body, see if I get any details out of it?
Yes, you can.
Actually, can I get a swab? I want to actually do a chemical test.
Well, that's why I asked like a minute ago for
Yeah,
that
there's a little bit of it left in his in this person's mouth.
Alright, so I'll use my alchemist set. What does that roll? Because I do have proficiency.
Yeah, you're
I rolled
not,
a 9, so that would be a 10, so that would be 16.
you're not going to get any more information on that medicine check than the embalmers already gave you of the signs on the body and Carter's suspicions. Dusty, looking at this, she's...
Like, I'm specifically, like, breaking down the chemical compound and seeing, like, what specific things are coming up, so I've got, like, the colored things.
So, she is going to be right of, like, it could go either way. Like, it's very hard to tell the difference between a drug done for fun and a poison administered in secret. So you're going to get the gist of this, of just like, this is probably some herb, but then there's like something that just keeps reacting badly with the other little alkaline metals in here, causing them to sizzle or pop. And you're gonna know there's like just a little bit of oil in here or something on this thing that was added to this. That this guy could have very well been a drug addict, but also somebody could have intentionally like laced his drugs with something.
If it's an assassination, it's a really well done assassination.
Well, my thought is,
like it's mostly herbal, but there's a little bit of
I'm skilled in medicine. Can I make a check with that too? Or should I have assisted Celebrus with that?
Either or. You can either help Celebrus and he can re-roll his as like Netra bends down and like starts pointing out things, or you can just roll yours. Rolling yours, like Celebrus takes a look and then Netra's like, look, this is this is his neck, this is da 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 da. You're gonna be able to like, Celebrus doesn't know what he's looking at. You're gonna be able to like point out what he's looking at. But that said, you're not gonna get any more information than the embalmers already gave you.
I mean, I don't really. These people really aren't anybody's, are they? Like, anybody's really important here. So I don't see why people would be just getting assassinated. Almost just lacing drugs.
Well, if it's one thing I've learned, if we want to learn something, we get our boots dirty. I'm heading out. And Dusty's just gonna go wander.
Alright. The easiest way to solve this quest is not do it.
Well, no. I'm going out for information, but basically I'm going out on the streets of this refugee camp. You know, I already look like a homeless person. I'm all dirty and filthy and everything. Like, I fit right in.
If I had any cash on me, I would go to the Bloody Fog and see what they could figure out with me, but...
Celebris will hand you 100 gold.
Oh!
Is that enough?
Yeah?
Krylilia is going to, like, wave her hand as, Carter, suggests that, and she's gonna say, please, don't burden yourself with that ungrateful, guilt. I'm just going to increase security around here. We'll get more patrols, more guards. We'll have the Sun Yith come by more often. And with any of that, we'll catch whoever's bringing this in here or using it.
I'll be honest with you. Coming from that world and then going clean out of that world, that's not going to do anything. They'll still figure ways around it. They'll pay off guards. Stuff like that.
They could just...
Pay off guards, kill guards.
I find it hilarious that she's trying to tell literally an entire group of former criminals and current criminals how the criminal world works.
Yeah, it's like they might be, as you say, like a.
Netra 16 years is not a criminal.
I'm not, but like
absolutely is a criminal.
I'm not. I spent enough time with Dusty to know what a criminal does, but I'm still not.
Yeah.
But you have criminal knowledge. You're basically like, I literally spent
I have knowledge.
years with a midget who literally...
Yeah, that doesn't mean I actually engaged with it. Half the time I just let you do whatever you wanted and, like, protected you. Kept you from, like, getting shit on.
Meanwhile, I just got us food and shit.
Exactly. We were a team that way. But 16 years...
did time in jail for a murder, so...
Yeah.
I mean, 16 years won't change that much with regard to, like, criminal underworld shit. Right?
Yeah.
Other than the people.
Again, like, Dusty already blends in, so, you know, if anyone's going to be, like, the inside agent, it's going to be Dusty.
Alright.
Like you
what
said,
time is it, actually? I don't have a clock on me.
It's about midday.
No, I meant, like, real life.
Oh, it's
11:08.
Yeah, 8:08, so it's 10:08 for you. We're looking for a stopping point.
It seems like a good stopping point right here, to be honest.
Alright, is everybody cool with stopping here?
Actually,
let's do one more scene. I would like to do Altus and Lydia going to the Supreme Lights Tower.
You know, that's
I think we can do that in like 10 minutes. Easy.
It is me we're talking about.
I want to set it on fire. Arrest him and let's keep going. Alright. Heading back to the guild hall. I say that and then I remember a vent die that I need to roll for you. Headed back to the guild hall, Altus is going to see Valarla selling her fruit on the street outside, on the same street as the guild hall. She does not have a donkey. Her cart is permanently set up across from your shop. She is the Dwarven fruit merchant, who is a member of the Merchants of the Ruby, who lent you her donkey and gave you guys the free food for helping her.
You mean the donkey that they had killed?
Yes, that donkey is very dead.
Wait.
I didn't even see that. I just knowing all this, just like.
So what happened? You went to the Supreme Lights Tower. Supreme Light Solemn warned you that Karjan was in the next town, and that everything he'd been doing behind the scenes in Dockensdale was because of the Archblight. And then you said it was a matter of urgent Ililnagian security, and to send a Order of the Sun Yith rush there. You rushed out, ran to your guild hall. Carter mounted up on Lily and ran. You saw her outside your shop, and you basically police commandeered her donkey and said you would bring it back and until her donkey was brought back, she was allowed to rent the space in front of the guild hall to sell her fruit. The donkey died inside of Kaya's Kos when you guys rode it to the inn and then substantially to the fight. Then I think you guys rode it to the house on the hill that was the drug den, and I think that's where it bit it.
I'm gonna.
But
if
yeah,
I remember correctly,
that donkey's very gone.
No, I would like to remind you that you are no longer the same person.
She doesn't recognize you. You have the opportunity to make a good decision and pay her back for the donkey, or just keep walking.
I don't have any money.
Okay, I was just letting you know saw her.
No. What I was gonna ask is, I was able to write in the book to send back and forth, correct?
What book? The book,
The black book.
I was under the impression you left that inside.
No, I definitely took that with me.
Okay, I asked if you had it at breakfast, and you said no.
No, because I wouldn't bring it to the table for everyone to see that I've got the thing back.
Everybody would have saw it when you were walking outside with just a cloak and your 2 books under your arm.
They can't see under my cloak.
And a pair of boots. Don't forget the boots.
They can't see under my cloak.
Okay, that's...
What do they have? X-ray vision now?
That's fair. You're just holding things underneath your cloak, and you got something there, but who knows what it is.
Nobody's gonna question it. I'll just carry arohave a human skull
that
he licked.
I just realized Altus is a flasher.
You have the book.
Yes. I was gonna put in, I need a donkey. No explanation, nothing else past it. I want to see how devoted this guy is for me to kill this other apprentice.
I need a donkey. This guy is playing around with the highest level of arcane magic in the world, and you're telling him you need an ass. That's alright.
Hey, come on. It's 2019. Everybody needs an ass. Everybody needs a nice ass in 2019.
Hashtag get your ass free.
He is not gonna justify that with a 5th level slot.
Hashtag get your ass magical.
Sending on that.
Hashtag get your ass magical.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'll roll you a percentage die on this.
I hope it just comes back with what?
The book is going to start moving. Incantations on it rearranging themselves, your letters disappearing, and then you are going to take, let's see, 4d8 of damage, because that seems appropriate. I think that's what it is.
Oh, I'll never ask for anything again, Daddy Brandon. I'm so sorry.
No. You're going to take 4d8 of psychic damage, just like looking at this book as like the arcane fibers of your mind rearrange. Then you can add Find Steed to your spell list, as you have like another seizure moment of just like.
So is he just like having a seizure in the middle of the road?
Yeah, you are, and I'm actually gonna roll her a die, and she's.
I'm gonna pick him up. If he's having a seizure in the middle of the room, I'm just gonna pick him up and walk back to the
he's
house.
not there with you. He's back at the guild house. So,
that's fine. I'm gonna walk him back to the guild house anyways.
Is going to run over to you, like, as you collapse on the street, like, grab your book, like, oh god, is she not gonna know what to do? And she's gonna do a medicine check, picking up your head, and, like, at this point, you're coming to, you're
shaking
blind.
violently.
Yeah, and she's a Dwarven woman, too, by the way. And so...
She sees my micro penis, now my only chance!
And she's gonna say, "Oh no, by the gods!" And she's gonna say, "Guards, risen members, I need aid."
Oh no!
Wait, guards! No! Guards!
Within like 3 minutes, Altus is swarmed by like 3 risen members. Each members of discipline, and they're gonna help him to his feet and say, "Are you okay? Do you need to go see a healer?"
I'm fine. Nothing's
He's
wrong.
just got a tiny dick.
Okay, thanks.
I just wanted to be known also, all were emails.
Yeah, one of them is going to like pick up your book, looking at it.
I'm gonna take it from her hands and just be, this isn't for prying eyes.
She's gonna say, do you have a contract for that?
I'm gonna say, I'm Altus the Revived and the Breaker of Terrai. I don't need a contract.
I'm just gonna whisper, he made that up.
Yeah, and she's gonna say, well, that's a magical item of unknown origin. Doesn't look like any Arcanist's book that I've seen. The older woman in the middle of these two younger guards is going to say, by Andorra of Discipline's decree, here's an arbitrary number, 37th Sky Queen. You do need a contract for any unknown magical items. I'm gonna have to confiscate that from you until we can verify its origin. She gestures for the book.
Wow.
Alright.
Not even a full minute.
Alright. Alright. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it!
Do it.
Do it! Do it!
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Do it! Bad
Don't do
influence, do it!
You know what? I think I can get out of this with persuasion.
Chuck the book in the
What
water.
I think Altus can do something here.
I'm gonna give him...
Oh, I can't
Flash
say
micro
that.
penis.
I can't say that. No, I can't, because that would... Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm gonna try and tell her that she doesn't...
No,
she
you're
doesn't
not with
need
me.
to have
I'm by
the book.
myself.
Yeah,
I'm by myself.
He's by itself. What do you do?
I'm gonna run into the guild hall and say, politics. Just close the door.
That would be like, sorry, we don't wish to, like,
Okay, well,
include ourselves in
well, actually,
political struggle.
yeah, you're not there. You're on the other side of the city.
Wait, I thought I was in the guild hall.
No, you were with us.
you're with us.
Investigating.
Wait! But
Yeah.
I thought Altus was with us.
As I
So,
run by, I
you're
do
right
want to
there.
stipulate,
Altus
I do
is
also tell
right
the
there.
Rudies not to let anybody in.
Well, clearly I've been misled.
Yeah.
Or I've just been confused.
Okay, so, Altus is going to run into the guild hall, and we'll end with the resolution of this scene, not the
We're gonna
not
end
the
there?
tower. No, we're not going to end there. Like,
Oh,
Xena's
my God.
gonna come like, is gonna step out of like the private quarters into the storage room, the storage warehouse, because that's the part that faces the street, and like running inside and yelling politics, politics. She's gonna say, Altus, what is it?
There may be risen outside for not anything illegal that I have in my possession.
She
God
doesn't
damn it.
even roll an insight. And
It's
she's-
Lizzie.
She just
it's fine.
never believes you.
It's Lizzie.
no, she's not. I mean, she knows what you've done already.
Yeah. This is how I tell her about all of our crimes.
And she's going to step outside, and she's going to say, you're not a member of this guild anymore. And she's gonna
Yes!
step to the
Lizzie.
door and say,
Damn, she hates you! Damn!
Yes!
She actually hates you!
stepping to the door, she's gonna say, stepping out, there's the Rudy, the Nicey, and the other guard out there, and then the three risen guards.
I'm already making my way to the back to just run out.
And
There's only like one door.
well, before you even start running, she's gonna say, "What's the problem today?" She's gonna say, "I believe one of your members has an item of extreme magical power and mystery. It needs to be investigated by the Risen properly." And she says, "Oh, well, you see, we employ adventurers in the tasks that we need done around the city. So if that happened, I was not aware that was in their possession. I'll get the proper documentation and have it sent to Pramada Watch immediately." She nods, and she says, on your honor. And she's going to say, by the School of Honor. And the guard is going to nod and walk away.
Damn it! I was thinking she was gonna let the guards come in and take his ass. Damn it!
I was about to be like, I just
I was
lived.
low-key
I'm
hoping for that,
revived
too.
and will die.
When I realized I wasn't there to help him, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, let him get captured.
I'm just gonna say, I was trying to do a good deed and all of you were turning against me. I was trying to get a donkey back for the old lady.
Yeah.
I said nothing. I was just impressed by your ability to.
Let's
do
be
it
honest.
yourself.
If we put a zone of truth on you, we know you try and take the donkey. Like, come on.
No,
I would
give to
absolutely-
the poor. I helped Elsie. I do so many good things.
I just want to bring order to the Republic.
I was 1000% thinking Lysina was about to say, "You're not part of this guild. Get the fuck out." I was about to cry.
Lysina is going to, Lysina's like going to turn around and look at you and say, as I said, you're not a member of this guild anymore. My services are going to cost you.
What do you want, Lysina?
Wait, weren't we already being put into the guild though?
No, Carter
I kind of
specifically
walked out
told
on
her.
mine.
Carter specifically told her, don't add them back to the guild.
No, I specifically said, "Don't add Altus back to the guild. The rest were fine."
Yeah, we'll pick up there next session.
Can I add in one more thing?
Yes.
Can me not burning down all of your papers be my payment?
Like, there's a rowdy and a nicey and like a bunch of guards.
He's a
right
bit
outside the
He's
door.
a bit
Well,
testy. Let's be honest.
We'll handle that next session. And
Oh my
Despite this-
god.
Despite the irony of the smallness of his testiness, like, he's still testy.
Hey, I'm just gonna say, I play a great chaotic neutral.
Chaotic neutral.
Chaotic, yes.
Sometimes you get 250 gold, sometimes you end up with a burned library. You never know what's gonna happen.
Chaotic, yes, but on the whole, I think maybe not neutral.
the man in black who was wearing white tonight told you what he was trying to do. Did you pick up on it?
Am I being... Either my gems have something to do with it, or I'm being turned into a soul hole.
I think I picked up on it. It's like,
I feel like everybody, because you don't have a lot of D&D experience, I feel like everybody else in the party picked up on it. If you guys do, you are allowed to speculate on it.
Okay. So
Let's find out
he
what's
said that
happening.
they fucked up with the
Thistledread.
with Calcrest and saying that a place is too big, so they're trying to start smaller. I think they're gonna try to. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think they're trying to collect souls on a 1-by-1 basis at this point, instead of doing it by city.
I
So
feel like
other
they
when they die,
were-
their souls aren't going anywhere. They're trapped in the gems.
Exactly. They tried
Yeah,
to do it
that's
with
what I was
with
thinking.
Calcrest, but they
Oh, no.
sent it to a dimension.
I want... oh no. What I've done with those gems. Oh no.
So is that how they're leveling up, Brandon?
No. So, this is very important to your guys' campaign, and I don't want another situation like last campaign, where you guys got to the final fight and you're like, what's going on? I don't know. I don't understand. Okay, so, he told you Isildred was a beautiful disaster and a mistake.
Okay.
Specifically, they were trying to create someplace where their souls, when you die, your soul is naturally pulled to the bridge. They were trying to create someplace else where their souls are pulled to. He said a place is too big, and they're focusing now on an item. And specifically, when you die, your soul being pulled to that item. That sounds, in historical D&D terms, that sounds very similar to a phylactery.
That's what I was thinking when he was talking about it. I wanted to say a
Yeah,
phylactery.
Which
I
is
was
making
saying,
a
we're
lich.
about to have an army of liches, basically.
which is a very evil thing that has never been introduced into the world of Ilderon before. That said, you guys have another villain who stole some very important information from Isildred, from the people who created Isildred. not the Overlord. The Overlord is not the person who destroyed Isildrad. He is the one who claims he saved it after it was destroyed.
He was in contact with another, whatever,
the
devil person, vampire
the
person.
mage who destroyed Isildrad, you guys learned from the Death Knight, is a man by the name of, is a mage by the name of Yissel. Tengu stole something from Yissel, specifically relating to information. The Death Knight wants you guys to kill Tengu and return that information to him. So when Yissel returns to Isildrad, the Death Knight will have it for his master.
So is this the 7th person we haven't met, Brandon?
No, you guys... Oh, the 7 have all been met. This guy related to Altus, you guys have no idea who that is.
So who is Draylen?
Draylen's part of
Draylen Madison is an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's in the real world, right? He's
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Because he's connected to the Calcrest vampire.
I have a question.
So,
Now that I
real
can
quick,
summon-
summarizing this for you guys, just because I want you guys to know your story. Isildrad was the prototype phylactery for a group of mages that you guys don't know. The mage who is in charge of the group, you guys were told, is still alive out there, and you just met somebody loosely associated with them, the man who gave Altus his book. He wants you to kill the Supreme Light, because a judge's soul has more worth than other people's souls. And he needs it for trying to create an item that pulls a soul to the item rather than to the bridge.
The Supreme Light is Iman, right?
Was Iman, yes.
So he's an asshole, so I'm totally fine with that.
Well,
No,
it's not
we
currently.
don't
Iman
want
anymore.
to kill him now.
I mean, he's Lydia's dad, but like...
No, if we kill him, we're helping create a phylactery.
Alright.
I was gonna say, the last thing we want to do is make a phylactery.
Like, your home was sucked into what it is now because of this. You're gonna try to make a second?
I was, well, I mean, like, Dusty would have no idea what a phylactery is, but, you know, having been in a campaign where literally the entire campaign revolved around trying to kill the same fucking lich for a year, and the fucker refused to die?
It's so...
Yeah, we don't want him to have a phylactery.
It's so fun because one of the weirdest things to do is to sequester your phylactery, send it into a demiplane, die, reappear at your phylactery, dispel it, sequester your phylactery again. It's just like, yay!
Are the gems I'm creating phylacteries?
Not that you know of.
Oh no.
You've already made a few!
Oh no.
So,
A few prototypes.
We are going... I'm going to dish out experience, and then we can chat for the rest of the night, because I don't want to hold Jackal up too late. So, you guys, Altus's personal story progression. I'm going to give 700 for that.
Yay.
Helping out Carter clean out the drugs out of his refugee den. I'm going to give 700 for starting that. Catching up on everything in Ilderon. I'm going to give 650 for that because you guys started snoozing on Octus, who Octus had a chance.
hold on! That was just Dusty.
Yeah, I will.
That was literally just one person. Come on.
Okay, 700. I'll get 700 for that. Octus had a chance to be in charge of the Sun Yith, but turned it down because he was too vocal about certain issues that the Sun Yith sweeps under the rug. Almost like the real Catholic Church.
That's why I love him being in my guild, because it's like, I don't care if he's vocal like that. It's like, be loud as fuck, my dude! The only thing I have a problem with is he's supposed to be my recruiter, and I have had 0 fucking extra guild members come in because of this fucker.
Let's see. Anything else major happened tonight? Oh, I'm gonna give... go ahead.
I touched water for the first time in, like,
yeah, I'm gonna
real
give,
water.
So I'm gonna give a bunch of minor experience. I'm gonna give 200 for Altus and Lathy's conversation. I'm gonna give Netra fishing it up 200. I'm gonna give 200 for the fish conversation with Gilcina. And I'm also going to give 100 for the Sun conversation with Gail Cena. And I think that's about it and everything important that happens.
You're not going to give Dusty any experience for basically stealing 121's worth of gold?
No, the gold is
I think that's your reward.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm about to add everything up. 700, 1,400, 2,100, 2,300, 2,500, 2,700, 2,800 experience for tonight.
It's 2008 all over again.
2,800.
is there any place
Or
in Duskendale that has like a Darenthal?
Oh, Dockendale?
Church.
Dockensdale?
Dockensdale.
This is a religious nation. There would be places you could read about it, but no place you could practice it. Other members of other religions are permitted inside of a Lil Nagai, but they're not allowed to practice their faith. The official religion is the Given Wills.
God damn.
Oh, damn it, so close to leveling up.
Alright, and that is where...
No,
we
you're
end
11.
tonight. Yeah, you are 11.
Oh, wait.
It's,
Oh, yeah, no, you're right.
I'm sure started at 85,000. We forgot to mention that, but like, so you should be at 87,800.
Yeah. Everybody who wasn't at 85,000 experience, I bumped directly to 85,000.
You said
I wasn't.
87,800?
Yeah.
What am I at? Because I was not bumped
8,800.
up. So I'm also there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was not bumped up, I was looking at that.
Taylor, your experience is correct on your sheet. I actually increased your experience by 1,000 points as a reward for actually keeping up with the math.
Oh, thank you.